So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 2 of the Reap Necromancer. Today we're going to be trying to push the whole thing to the next level. Main reason is because why not? We'll see if we actually take donations from the community today. Usually we never do that for any of our builds, but as we need some very specific gear, we'll see how that one goes. However, we're already destroying everything, so we're pretty much just hunting the trillions of damage with minions, right? So, that's that. That's that. Oh, reminds me though, do we have the, we don't have the powers. I was wondering where's my damage, you know? Where's my damage? Missing. Good to see there, partner. How you doing? Where's my damage? Come on. Don't be shy, little boys. Just go away. So we need to get ourselves a skeletal mage, warrior mastery pair of boots, helmet. We need to swap over the Litless Wall to somewhere different. Over to where the pans are right now. The Pain Gorger gauntlets can stay. The Fist of Fate are not needed, surprisingly or unsurprisingly. So that means we're gonna farm a Bloodless Scream with the chat later. Come on, kill him, boys. Little shit. Actually get the chest. I mean, there's not like... Oh, I want to say, it's not like there's anything we actually need from him. Chaotic armor. Well, I won't say no to that, right? Very tired. I'm doing well. I mean, I had some, like, time with my daughter making a YouTube video together for you guys, so she was involved in making the planner. If there are any mistakes, I'm going to definitely blame it on her. But yeah, life's good. How do I say, right? Feeling nice. We get some games to play. There's Fellowship coming out soon. So Fellowship is a new MMO, but without the MMO part and only with dungeon diving. Might be quite interesting to actually dive into with the community. Could be something really cool. Not entirely sure if that's right up my alley, but might be worth the investigation to see. Oh, I want to say, could you just destroy the thing in the middle? Thank you very much. Damn, I just packed on those. Oh, that's a glittering prism. Yep. Damn, son. Going good. Runze, Ritter. Thank you for the 67 months. Runze, how are you doing today? Happy Tuesday? Tuesday. Sorry. Hard to keep track. That's a flicker step. We don't need a flicker step at all. I do need a new ring. Ooh, attack speed ring, you say. Attack speed ring, that's very good news. Why is that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, if there's one thing my skeletal warriors need, it's maximum attack speed. As much as possible. So that shouldn't be too hard to pull through. We get the boots with the imprint. We get the moonrise. We're missing the reanimation currently and the adaptability on the right slot. So to swap some things around, but first we gotta actually update an amulet meaningful. Just getting ready to hop into Battlefield 6. Hope you and the family are doing great. We're fantastic, sir. I hope you're gonna enjoy your time with the Battlefield 6. It's been a joy for the hours I spent with it. Not looking forward to permanently super grind. Kind of feel like the XP is a bit slow there this time around. Like, I pretty much played for a couple of hours, right? And my weapon level didn't meaningful go up. It felt really bad, I gotta say. I need like a bajillion hours to just move like something a whiffle bit forward. It's definitely not what I'm looking forward to, right? I want to make meaningful, good, fun progress. Okay, everyone else doing this for me? Can I ask you something? You already did, but you can ask another time. Terrible habit, I know. Which so soothing and helps me get this dookie out. I'm trying my best, Anthony Ortega. No problem there. I can help you with your entertainment or with your dookieing. No problem. That's what we do in here. Thyra, good to see you there, partner. How you doing? What game is this? This is Diablo 4, good sir. And we do have a vertical stream where you can enjoy a horizontal stream where you can enjoy the full picture. I play a lot, so can't tell much about progressing stuff. Hunsil, tell me how it went for you, right? Like, if it, like, after a day of playing, after a bit of hours of playing, like, how you felt about the progression. If I'm just weird, right? Am I the problem? Maybe I'm just feeling like, you know, it's bad. Maybe it ain't actually bad at all. Maybe I'm just like a pampered casual at this point, and I'm just like, I keep asking for like easy progression plates. Could I have some more easy progression, sir? Yeah, might you have some of that easy progression for me? Please, please. Joel, good to see you there, partner. Okay, this is a good start because we're beginning our day with a lot of veiled crystals, and that's what I actually need. You might be surprised, chat, but I need those goddamn veiled crystals and all the other stuff. That's why I'm here. For the lootsies. Have a nice blasting. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. I don't doubt that. A single second, brother. Just gotta get some more materials that we can actually feed our items, because that's like the biggest issue right now, right? Having the materials to do what needs to be done. Like, I have all the other stuff. I just don't have the math. Like, I need to have this one here, for example, and we need to have the reap hit twice, so that works out. I need a new set of rings, so that's my new ring number 1. That new ring number 1 is going to get macabre skills. Thank you very much. Yep, and that new ring number 1 is going to get overpower damage. As I said, overpower damage. Overpower damage. Yep, overpower damage. Thank you very much. Then we can go over and we can re-roll the shadow resistance into intelligence. Pretty please. Thank you very much. And lastly, we can slap an aspect on, which in this case would be reanimation. Very good. We have Roomized reanimation. Oh, this one can be upgraded. Now, preferable, we would have the masterwork land on the attack speed, but it honestly doesn't matter too much on this ring. Oh, well, I never said anything, Chad. I'll just take it. Okay, that's 2 good ones. This one can go away for the time being. We're gonna put this one out. Then we need ring number 2. No, actually, an amulet within. And I kept this specific one I'm lying. I kept this specific one because it also had maximum resource on it. So we can temper this also with a macabre. Thank you very much. Nope, not ulti. Not ulti. Not blood orbs. Oh no, it's going to be the repeat of yesterday. There was yesterday where there was a happening. I called it happening. Where things were going a little bit interesting. We do need corpse tendril size. Oh god, no. It's happening again. As I said, corpse tendril size. I want more anime hentai tentacles right now, please. Thank you very much. How are you doing, Tryhard? I am very well, thank you for asking. Been usually through with everything that kind of was possible to do this season, but gotta say that recently I've been wanting to get a lot of the cool necromancer builds out there to function. So here we are, actually playing a bit more than we anticipated for this season, because we kind of did everything, but there's just those few rare builds that I really wanted to do still, right? They're kind of like very cute, very interesting, just niche Niche fun. Late morning stream. I was home alone with daughter number 1 because daughter number 2 had some dentist stuff going on. And obviously, you know how it is, Chad. You don't want to go to the dentist stuff and have, like, both children with you, if it can be avoided. There's definitely better things, right? Adaptability, reanimation, moonrise, and damned for the time being. We need to swap this ring out as well, but let's go for that. We're gonna roll for the intelligence. I don't really have the resources to reset much, so we're gonna stick with what we have here, right? And we'll later be re-rolling a lot of things. Go do the PID 90 for now. Felt like hardcore doesn't get very much love on YouTube. We already did our hardcore challenge, but hardcore challenge was quite simple this season because Druid is just completely overpowered Steward. Right? Also, hardcore doesn't get much love on YouTube. That's simply because no one cares. There is a select few audience members that play hardcore, right? But like most people just don't play it. And hardcore has been always ultra niche and will always be ultra niche because, well, people just want to chill and have fun. People don't want to, like, you know, bend over like a pretzel and get screwed in the booty hole for just existing and then lose their character and then be very sad. Hardcore is actually a bit more prevalent in Path of Exile, simply because of the Soul Self-Found playlist, right? And because they were leaderboards, right? So if you actually do something in hardcore, you get a leaderboard spot. I mean, in Diablo, you literally just do hardcore because you hate yourself. Right? Are runes super necessary? Can you go without them? Well, I can explain you for this build if you like. I am currently playing the rune called the Pokquox, which is actually bad. I wanted to play a different one. Those are the wrong runes. So yeah, we're currently playing Pokquox, which has me every now and then like empty out my essence globe, and then I get 100% bonus damage. So that means you're gonna already miss 100% damage multiplier. Then it can provide me also with cooldown reduction. It can provide me with a resource. I can get bonus crit chance if I'm unable to meet my crit chance goals, and many more things. So do you need it? No. Does it make life vastly easier? Yes. Especially the 100% damage is something that you'll be sorely missing. Because, I mean, if you do like 100 billion hit, then like just double that up with 100% more damage, right? And this is like possible, obviously, for every build. Every build has a way to put Quox in there, or should have a way to put Quox in there, because Quox is such a damage machine. Yes, you want runes badly. What's Diablo in the big 2025? I mean, Diablo is like has seen his biggest development, evolution, growth in 2025 for sure. I mean, some of the best seasons have happened this year, and absolute great improvements to the game. So it's definitely on the move forward. I mean, same goes for PoE 2 actually. It's been a great year for ARPGs, honestly. Like, Last Epoch 2 has seen quite some growth, even though people are a bit mad about them trying to earn money nowadays. So, yay. That's what happens when you make games for free, and then you need to actually pay your developers, and then people get mad because you need to pay your developers, even though they like the game. Yeah, generally speaking, it's been a good year for ARPGs, honestly. Yeah, like, I mean, let's be fair. If there was a leaderboard for hardcore, it would make sense to play hardcore, quotation mark, sense, because at least you could show it to someone, right? And that's also why people do it in Path of Exile, because there is that hardcore leaderboard, and obviously a lot of people play softcore, and in softcore it's harder to compete than in hardcore, because it's easier to compete in hardcore, because you simply just have to stay alive, right? Whereas in softcore, like, everyone is playing, pretty much. But in Diablo, there's like nothing, right? So you're literally playing hardcore just for your personal feeling of satisfaction, which is obviously a great reason to do things. But beyond that, there's none. So you're, I guess you're just playing because you need to feel alive again, right? Who hurt you? Like the equivalent of fighting demons in the gym, only that you're fighting demons in hardcore in Diablo, in an ARPG. Because I don't know, you like, who hurt you? Tier 2 is just Wall Street, no one's playing, just trading. The fun part to me is that endgame Path of Exile gameplay, endgame ARPG gameplay in many is, as you say, not actually playing the game. It's just sitting in the trade chat. Like, after the first 3 weeks of every season, every further video is just like how to make maximum currency, how to make more currency. It's not like how to have more fun, how to achieve your goals. It's not like more currency, how to make currency. Like you need to do this for more currency. You're like, but sir, I'm good. I just want to know how this build works. Please. I don't need more currency. I'm playing solo self-found. You say currency is like, more. We need more currency. Okay, we had the Death Razor glyph finally leveled up, so that was the next percentage of damage. You never made it to level 100? Well, I never made it to 300 Paragon points in Diablo, because there's no effing reason to do it. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. There's a skin. A skin. Sorry, I'm lying. I'm a dirty, filthy liar, chat. There's a skin. My apologies. Yeah. But no, I also never made it to 300 Paragon points, and I will never, despite this being partially how I do actually, you know, earn my money. Because, Jesus effing Christ, I really can't be asked. Okay, we need to put that one in, and then we need to put that one in, and then we need to take the Quox rune, wherever that one went right now. Quick Quox, thank you. Quox goes into Ahu, so we have Ahu Quox, right? And then we're going to do Igni and probably Vex, if I had Vex somewhere. I have a Vex. Whoo! That's cool. Okay. Goal today is, Chad, we need to farm a lot of materials, but we also need to get ourselves Tree of Whispers. We need to get the right pants, and then we're going to go crazy. Did the Hardcore Druid die? I just completed Chain. I'm blasting through Pit 100 with 178 Paragon points in Hardcore with my Druid. My Druid can't die. Literally, you can't die. Like, you can't die. There's no way you die in Hardcore. I mean, unless I stand AFK somewhere, and I am actually AFK, it's impossible for the Druid to die. So it was more like, since we could do Pit 100 already with like 178 Paragon points, we're like, yeah, I guess we're good. We've beaten the challenge. We're better. Okay, let me stand in the middle. Just pull everything together at times. Could put a bone prison around me and make sure that I don't die, I guess. You use this as a season leveling build. The interesting part is that this build is OP from level 10 on. Right? Because you start the game, you get yourself Grim Reapers, you get yourself Unstable Power, and it instantly works. It's like you don't need more, right? You get Unstable Power, and you get the Reapers, and it just works. You just have your skeletons do instantly insane damage. And the more you get, the stronger it goes, right? So you're already out of the house powerful. And that's the real mad part. And it only gets stronger. So if you would go through the game with this, like, absolute, like, thingy. For example, by the way, playing the Necromancer in hardcore, right? Complete different experience. My Necromancer, like, can have a lot of life, and it can be quite sturdy. But the chance to die with the Necro is quite easy. Do you know how easy it is to die with a Necro? Like, I just have to look right and then left, and then I'm dead. Right? Because I'm the Necro. And Necros just, they just like to die. I mean, I'm made out of paper, and then I got a layer of paper on top. Any recommendation for a barbarian build? There's an AFK automatic shout Dust Devil farmer, kinda. But honestly, my recommendation for Barb is to not play Barb. Biggest turnoff of Barb right now is that everything Barb can do this season is a nerfed version, right? So there's not a single Barb build that's not nerfed. All of them are just weaker versions of what used to be. And that kind of stings. And imagine that's what you're doing, right? You have a bunch of interesting builds, but they're all just nerfed versions. Like Earthquake nerfed, Dust Devil nerfed, Ultimate build nerfed. You don't have a single original build left that's actually just strong for being strong, right? Need to do a minion build in Period 2. You should. Minion builds are fantastic there too. I mean, this is the first time like a minion build feels really good in endgame. We had the mages, but the mages they felt okay. And obviously it was a bit weird to use your mages as a front line, right? It's like, oh, mages tank for me. The puffing masses. What's the best Necro build in your opinion right now? The best one is the Bone Splinter build that we posted today, in case you missed it. That Bone Splinter build has two versions, the crit and the cooldown version. With the cooldown version, you can absolutely dominate everything in the overworld. It's actually pretty mad how efficient it is. We made it actually work without a Harlequin Crest because I might or might have not accidentally disenchanted my Harlequin Crest this morning. And because I didn't favorite it, right? I didn't make it like here, like a favorite item. So yeah, I made it work without, out of necessity. I hate myself, by the way. So yeah, mistakes happened. It's really annoying. Therefore, we made it work because we're so smart, not out of accident. And I can highly recommend that. It's amazing. It's just like really efficient. For example, the minion build has an issue. Like my skeletons are strong, right? My skeletons have a 100% attack speed. They're kind of nice. But I gotta wait for them to go somewhere to do something, to do stuff. So farming with these skeletons alone, a Infernal Horde, is just not as good as potentially playing with the what was it called again? If I was going for the Bone Spirit right now, because with the Bone Spirit I can sit in the middle of the map. I just hold down my Bone Spirit, my Bone Splinters will hit every corner of the map, and that's good, right? However, like I'm intrigued to see how easy I could still get like quite some ether together with the skeletons. So that's what we're testing here right now, because it's all about just seeing what we can do. I mean, it's nice to see the billions of damage, the 100 billions of damage, right? And I think like with the right items, we could even go into the trillions. But that's what we're gonna try today, right? Can we move there? Can we get to the trillions of the damage? Skeletons, follow me. Okay, I want them to now attack the etheric mass, but they are just refusing to attack the etheric mass, and I'm just gonna sit there and wait, right? My lats to come and be latting around. Hellborn, wave start to the spire, ambushing. Let's see. You know, making you helm now. I don't need the Harlequin Crest. That's the whole point, right? But I also accidentally disenchanted my Shroud of False Death, which is even more disappointing. So like two of my mythic items, for some reason I didn't have them favorited because they were stuck on one character for the time being, right? So I never put them off that character. And this morning I was just like doing things while being half asleep, I guess, and I might have not destroyed two mythic items. But hey, like that's fine because like that's fine because it's fine. Like I'm not mad, you know. I'm just disappointed in myself, vastly. That's why you just tried a little bit faster, my friends. Mighty Throwbar, Mighty Throwbar was great last season. For some reason, no one plays it this season. Like, literally no one. I have not seen a single Mighty Throwbar. I don't know if it's because Mighty Throwbar is terrible or just no one is interested, but I really haven't seen it. A paragon level is drastic for damage. Yes. Yes, absolutely, Yozu. I mean, for my build here, for example, just as a comparison, my skeletons get 200% more damage due to one board than 45% from the other board. Another 300% potential from the next board. So is it good? Is good. Is very good. Paragon boards are the bread and butter. And that also because of flat stat bonuses. So for example, by getting like your main stat intelligence up, you're obviously increasing your all damage as well. That is obviously not as much as some other shenanigans. However, it is still something, right? More all damage is more good. Control button to attack minions. Well, what you would need is a skill. Because right now, my minions don't have a skill, right? The biggest upset, the worst part about Necro right now is you have skeletons, you have minions, you have them going on, they're doing billions of damage, that's great. However, I can only sit here and wait and see. And the only way how I can use my skeleton skill again is to give them 50% more damage. That's it. It's the excitement of a minion build. So I am pretty much designed to randomly walk around, not get hit while my minions do the do. It feels a little bit weird, obviously. So we don't actually need a command skill. What we need is an actual core skill that functions as a command skill, right? Instead of playing Blight, I play Skeletal Warrior forward attack, Storm there, Headbutt this, anything. To be honest, that is not what it is right now. What did you get yourself for the sparks? I just gambled randomly for another mythic and I got myself a Tyrell's Might. So after destroying my very two good mythics, I got myself a useless mythic and now I'm sad. Yeah, good. So it turns out that Skeletal Warriors might sadly not be a build for the Infernal Hordes. I'm not surprised. It's more everything but Infernal Hordes build. Okay, could you just attack the worms, please? Come on, lads. Better than that. Don't make me walk everywhere. Attack. Attack, please. Attack, please. Why don't you change? Did they change the way how this wave works? Because I was just waiting for the portals to start opening. See, this is something where I want to click my button and my minions go minion smash and they attack like where they're supposed to attack, right? So I can send them forward. I mean, things happen, Helldiver, right? There's nothing to be mad about. Sometimes you make a mistake, and then this mistake will just make you sad. I mean, if this happened at the start of the season, I would have been arguably unhappy because it would have limited my potential to create videos, right? To do some stuff that I wanted to do. But luckily, this happened towards the end of this season, that I accidentally destroyed my mythic. So it's more like a minor inconvenience over a major nuisance. Okay, skeletons, come here, please. Thank you. We're actually not even that bad. Like we're almost there, Chan. almost at the 666. But if we want to farm the Infernal Hordes, I guess we're gonna get the community involved, right? Oh yeah, kill more etheric masses, chat. Look at that. One etheric mass after the other. That was the etheric mass of Anna. Damn. All those etheric masses, they almost get us there. Look at this. 600. Like to see it. So 10-wave forward I could definitely do with skeletons. That's actually good to see. Right? Minion gameplay. I mean, minions are fantastic for everything but Infernal Hordes. Right? I mean, for bossing, everything just dies. For the pit, like, I just did a pit 90. Beautiful. Right? It's like, for minion lovers, it couldn't be better. Boots with Skeletal Warrior Mastery, because that's what we're looking for right now. Right? Boots with Skeletal Warrior Mastery. But I doubt we might find one. But we'll see. Oh, people are selling Betrayer's Husk. Was there a dupe found? Huh. We've been playing dupeless so far, most of the time, right? Email was hacking. You have zero access to Battle.net. My condolences, sir. My Battle.net was once hacked over the Call of Duty website. And the only way I got it back was over actually spending money on the account, you know? Because obviously, if you spend money on your account, you have credit card details and that kind of stuff. So I'm like, here are my last 3 transactions. Give me my account back, you little shit. Got it back. Still annoying, to be honest. Okay, minions, go! Right now, we're farming a bit for materials. As I'm completely, like, I was dry of Veil crystals and everything. We're pretty much doing everything that gives me more of that. Ooh, that's a Curious Merle. Give. More obols for the pony half, ladies and gentlemen. It's very good news. I'm playing Barb this season. No. Barb is an absolute sad state this season. Not really. You ever try PoE? And so why do you prefer D4? Sir, I have over thousands of hours in PoE. I just simply have done everything you can do this season already. Ergo, I am kind of done with the PoE season. However, there is still a solo self-found challenge I need to do for this season as well. And there are, I think, another 2-3 builds I'd like to try out. So I might actually have to do some more. Ooh, I have obols on the ground. Perfect. Woewin is pretty nuts in Horde score. Yeah, but a ton of other classes are also nuts in Hordes, right? So you're not wrong about Whirlwind being nuts or being good. But there's also a bunch of other stuff that's good. Triple Greater Affix Ring. Not even a good one. Oh, we could actually gamble for boots to potentially get a Skeletal Warrior boot I'm looking for. It is unlikely that I should get one, but it's not impossible, right? My obols. Oh, even more obols. See, that is perfection that we went out, Chad. So we will definitely need people from the chat today for some more Infernal Hordes. We can farm potentially the Bloodless Scream because I want to see how much of the damage it really makes, right? And if we actually need it, I mean, it would be fun to really get it, to be fair. See how much damage we can get. I join, that's great to hear. Right now, we'll be making the call soon-ish. First, I need to collect whatever I can from the open world quickly. Then I need to mess with my litless wall, because we wanted to move the litless wall to my pants for my helmet, because the helmet slot needs to be free. As for the helmet slot, I can get myself a helmet also with Skeletal Warrior Mastery. And I would just simply roll the Skeletal Warrior Mastery. The problem is that I simply do not have the Veiled Crystals for that. Right? There's a very potential bar players here. Gore, if you find a Bleed Barb, then you get my interest, right? Bleed Barb is really what I would be looking for. It's the only thing that could ever make me lock back in on the Barbarian and be intrigued. Damn, that was a lot of Obolds, Merle. Shattered Spirit aspect upgrade, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing, because I was missing a Shattered Spirit aspect. What we got here? I mean, if I gamble like Obolds like crazy... I should be able to get myself a Skeletal Warrior. Pair of boots. Oh, there's a chaotic pair of boots. Interesting. Hold, dodge, life, Path of Tragul, and Enduring Faith. Wow. Here, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have been looking for. See? Not that much of a hassle to get. Why is this so important? Let me explain. First, we temper standard mobility here, movement speed. Thank you very much. Then we temper utility. We could go for... what was it called again? There is... probably lucky hit chance. Yep. Okay, now let's temper this. Masterwork this for the at least one hit on the Skeletal Warrior Mastery. Obviously, I'd like to have multiple hits on it, but I will not bother. Oh, okay. Okay. So what would this do different now than my other pair of boots? Just for you to understand, right? Why is this so amazing, such a good find? Because what's happening right now is that these boots give me 5 ranks. And every rank of Skeletal Warrior Mastery is another 15% more damage. So right now, my skeletons instantly go up to 120% damage multiplier. Just like that. Don't even have to do anything more for that, right? I just exist. I breathe. I'm there. And boom. They're stronger. They buff Mythic drops? Yes, Mythic drops are more likely to happen outside of boss layers. So it's not that they generally buffed the Mythic drop, they just made it more likely to happen in the outside world. And since it's more likely, wow, that was a quick death due to unstoppable things. I should have just missed it. Since they made it more likely to appear, to happen really outside in the world, more people are getting Mythics than ever. Because how often did you really do, like, the lair boss spam, right? Who does lair boss spam nowadays? Right? It is. First Watcher Live. Howdy, partner. Let's see how much the damage increase now is. Because, I mean, that was a huge chunk with the 120% on the boots. right? Oh, they're the good old hundreds of billions. Yep, we'd like to see it. Now the problem is, at the current point, that I need higher HP'd enemies to kill. Oh my lord, I just got myself leashed into this thing after I went out of it. Just hit 30 trillion with a pulverized druid. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't pulverized druid an absolute goody good to play this season? Just pure love. Sad part is my pulverize is only Paragon 180. Would actually have to like redo my pulverized druid on my main account so we could play a little bit more pulverized, right? That'd be interesting. Okay, so now after gambling my obolds for a skeletal warrior helmet, I will obol gamble for a skeletal warrior boots. I will have to obol gamble for a helmet. Goodness Christ. My amount of life is so low with Necro in general, right? Like the curse of being a minion player. You're just squishy. Mr. Squishy. Damage is definitely vastly higher now. Good to see. Any unique suitable for the build? You mean mythic or unique, sir? Because there's tons of unique suitable for this build, but you're probably asking for mythics, right? The only mythic that really do wonders for this build would be the Shroud of False Death. However, you really don't need a single one for this build because you're better off with Chaotic Armor. Thing is that Chaotic Armor just gives you more of the ranks of what you're looking for, right? You want to have the Littlest Wall, you want to have the Pain Gorgeous Gauntlets, you want to have the Shot of Varathiel, you want like all that kind of stuff, right? You get to fit it all in, right? And you want to have the Bloodless Scream too. The Bloodless Scream is going to be another 4 ranks. For example, an Air of Perdition would be useless because an Air of Perdition would give you like 5 ranks into core skills and 60% more damage. However, a normal helmet with 7 ranks into Skeletal Warrior skills just gives you way more damage, right? So usually something like the Air of Perdition is so good because it actually provides you with a meaningful damage boost. But what do you do now if your build has a meaningful damage boost? So if the item does not provide that because, well, the standard items are better. But then, right? What do you want to then use your mythic for? Because the actual use case scenario falls away. Still play PUBG? No, sir. If PUBG ever gets a new leadership and or releases a 2.0 version and maybe, you know, starts acting like a smart company instead of whatever they do nowadays, right? Then we might revisit the game, but since a lot of these things will probably never happen, obviously, we're good. I mean, there are many other cool games out there to play. Instead of trying to play an old aged game, it's struggling to keep up with cool new times. 30 trillion seems to be a bit overkill in the game. Not if you want to push the pit. For anything but pushing, it's completely overkill. I mean, anything, like, as soon as you hit 1 billion, you just destroy everything. Like, hundreds of billions are completely unnecessary. I mean, I have hundreds of billions. What do I need hundreds of billions for? Please explain. Because I don't need hundreds of billions for anything. But it's still funny to see, like, when your dudes are just absolutely obliterating the enemy, right? Because they are, in fact, doing hundreds of billions of damage. to farm ancestral pingorgers. Can't find them for the life of me. Well, you don't need ancestrals, but it obviously helps. Mostly I got my Pingorger's gauntlets as chaos items. I mean, I obviously have Pingorgers here because I was lucky. I think Pingorgers is from Beast of Ice, if I'm not mistaken. So you would have to farm the Beast of Ice. By the way, let's check what my Shattered Spirit aspect did, because I finally get an improved Shattered Spirit. Ah, damn. I had a 290% one, and now I have a 520. Instant trillions of damage, Chan. Okay, let's upgrade these boots to full, because I will not get better boots. I mean, if I get a third Masterwork now hit, that would be fantastic, but we get the poison resistance. That's good. Everyone loves a good old poison resistance, right? Who doesn't like a good old poison resistance? Yikes. There's so few whispers right now. This is very disappointing. It's not even worth it to go anywhere else. I could need some more life notes, essentially. I got 5 points just floating around that I don't need. Should take that. Take these, but we don't need to. More damage is more damage. What time is it for you? 12 midday. Pretty normal, good time, I reckon. Open our cool chaotic chest. Oh, I got 2. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We got here a Pingorger's gauntlets. That's how easy it goes, by the way. And a Mutilator plate. Oh, Mutilator plate can be that. I mean, not that I'm planning to play Bloodlands ever, but that's kind of intriguing. Doom Ravens was on my druid, and I lost ether in the Hordes. Got a goblin wave and killed so many goblins I kept out on ether amount on the floor, and it started despawning. Yeah. Reasonable. That's reasonable, sir. I feel you on that one. How high do you think you could take Blood Surge? Oh, Blood Surge can do pit 100. Everything can do pit 100, Gareth. It's just a question of how much do you have to throw at the build, right? So, yes, Blood Surge can do great, but in order for Blood Surge to do great, you need, like, what, the 4 perfect case armor pieces and so on, right? And then it could actually perform well. And that's how it works for many builds, right? They can technically perform well. You just need to throw money at the problem, pretty much. So the more money you throw at the problem, the more likely it is to make work. You totally can make those builds work. You gotta really be going out of your way, right, sir? And that's always like, how much do you really want to do that? How much do you really want to go out of your way to make something work just for making it work? For example, this build does not take any effort to make work. And then it also does not take any effort to make stronger, because the pieces you need to get are quite simple to acquire. So you pretty much have a build that's easy to make work, that's easy to acquire pieces, that's fun to play, and overall just a joy to mess with. And then you have a build where you have to bend over like a pretzel, you have to pray for the right things, the greater affixes, the masterworks and everything, to then do a modicum of the damage that you could do with another build with way less effort. And it's like, yeah, so why do you hate yourself again? right? Last time I checked, like you weren't depressed, but it seems like you are now, right? Who would have guessed? Basic skills throughout the game: Reap and Bone Splinters, sir. The beauty of basic skill necromancer, just going out of control. I'm gonna absolutely miss that chaos power. You know what the funny thing is? That at the beginning of the season we said Gospel of the Devotee is completely useless. It is actually completely useless, right? However, that like basic skill Necro actually, like, you know, Bone Splinter Necro found a way to make it work. Beautiful when new items don't turn out to be useless. Like my biggest nuisance with Blizzard is creating new items that no one asked for and that no one has a use for, right? Like, wow, thank you, Blizzard, for this item that no one will actually ever play that you, for some reason, thought is necessary to make. Like, you're the real heroes here. Battlefield 6? No, sorry, sir. No interest in playing the same map and 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 then a different map and then a different game mode. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'd rather do that in Diablo. Beautiful. At least I'm getting loot here, right? Ended up switching to Bone Spirit Splinters build, and now I'm just searching for the wall chaos. Gareth, like since yesterday, I got 2 chaos walls, and it's been crazy because I got one from the pit. Like, I was doing a random pit, and I got a chaos wall. I was like, what the? Why? Right? I don't deserve this. This is illegal. I shouldn't have gotten that. Like, who makes the rules here? Devotee makes Bone Splinter pierce. Yes, it does. Accurate. But unless you're actually deep diving the pit, it's still not necessary. Right? And that's my point. Yes, it does make it pierce. And yes, it is not terrible that it does. However, you're not deep diving the pit. What gives? Oh, that's another attack speed ring, but sadly he has 2 other shitty stats, so I kind of hate him, and I hope he dies. I thought Spiritborn is dominating the pit push. Yes, Spiritborn is dominating the pit push, has the worst gameplay as it's doing it, and on top of having the worst gameplay as it's doing it, it's impossible to get the build running as a normal person, right? Because you need the Harmony of Ebawaka with the right affixes, you need the Kapaleka, and you need the whatever. Whereas tons of other builds are just way easier to make. So unless you hate life and you really want to dedicate your soul to the company store, you're not playing Spiritborn. However, if that is exactly what you're looking for, to dedicate your life to the company store, to absolutely like go out and ham and crazy, well, I got good news for you, my friend. Because we're popping off, right? Gareth, is this your usual streaming time? I am usually live earlier, so we're actually 4 hours late. But, you know, the YouTube video is more important than the stream because that's what pays the bills. So we're gonna get the YouTube video done first before we then can put out the stream. And then we pretty much play as long as we feel like until we want no more, until we have achieved our goals for the day. Today is going to be pushing this build to the next level because I just want to see how much stronger I can make the Skeletal Warriors, right? You don't actually need the Warrior Mastery, right? I can clear Pit 100 without that. But I still want to see how much further can you actually go? How much stronger can you actually make them? Oh, that reminds me, how much attack speed? Ah, we're at 108 attack speed. Good. 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 Beautiful. I wonder if you want to play them with like a 200% attack speed. You Soul, good morning, partner. By the way, does anyone of you have Fellowship on their radar? I'm not entirely sure how I feel about playing that one. It's going to be a dungeon diving game, MMO style, just without the MMO. So you can pretty much dive a dungeon, kill the bosses, you need to work together, right? And when you're done, you look for a new team to dive the next dungeon, and so on. And then you can dive it in harder difficulty with different multipliers and that kind of stuff. So it's like an MMO without the MMO, with only the dungeon diving part. I'm really not sure how well they're going to hold themselves, because like the dungeon diving part of an MMO is fine with getting the gear and whatsoever, but only doing that, right? Only doing. Is Pulverized Druid with Lightbringer significantly better than Shred Druid? A Shred Druid is faster, Drew, so because it's ping-ponging around, while Pulverized Druid is like stutter step, stutter step, stutter step, stutter step. You pretty much gotta decide for yourself what is like the gameplay you're looking for. What would you rather do? Like, how would you rather act? What's more fun for you? And once you have that decision reached, then go with it. Right? Okay, we get 1,000. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna gamble Helms. I'm not too bad. Cap. Yeah. We're gambling caps. Well, I'm looking for Skeletal Warrior Mastery, I guess. I could still re-roll a helmet until I get Skeletal Warrior Mastery, but that's not the plan. Okay, we wanted to do a pin 90. I need to move the... I need to get rid of the Fists of Fate. Like, the Fists of Fate are not needed. They're just here for bonus attack speed right now. You're making a Sork. Sork is pretty cool. I mean, the buff lightning stuff is super fun to play, so I can definitely recommend that. Like very intriguing on the front of making the build work, right? You gotta put the pieces together, you gotta get your skill ranks and that kind of stuff. So it really ends up feeling just very nice. Always the good satisfaction of like making a Sork build pan out finally. Blood Search already dead this season. No, Blood Search is a build you can make after you've achieved everything. So it's a farm build that you have to farm to build, and then you have a farm build. Okay? Right? After you have played the game and farmed all the pieces and you have gotten everything you're looking for and you pushed your glyphs already to the max, then, and then only then, you can make a Blood Search build. So you already need to be strong to actually make a Blood Search build, because if you're not strong, you're not going to make a Blood Search build, and then where's the sense in even making it when you're only making it as you're strong, and it's still going to be worse than the actual build you use to farm the pieces for the build. Okay? So like, you know, the moment you arrive at Blood Search, you're like, yeah, finally Blood Search, and now it's weaker than the build I just had. Which makes it officially a build for enthusiasts, right? Some people love it, and that's fine. The same as with minion builds. Some people really like minion builds, just like me. And they just want to make minion builds because they like minion builds. Do you enjoy watching content from Americans? A lot of Americans swear too much, or mumble, or have not really clear speech. So, I mean, I'm not generally against swearing, but if every single word or every second word is like a swear word, then I'm like, can you speak normal, please? And you have a lot of, you know, slurred speech, accent, whatsoever, that you might or might not have a hard time understanding. So I do watch content from Americans, yes, but select few, very much, right? Generally speaking, I don't get to watch much content nowadays. Like, if you're creating content, you're mostly busy creating content and not consuming content, right? Because if you have time to consume content, you also have time to create more content. So guess what you should be doing? Guess what you should be doing? Make more of your own, watch less of others. It's either you're a creator or you're a viewer, right? But you can't be both. Makes your vocabulary look very small when you curse. Nah, I mean, that's fine if cursing is serving a purpose. But permanently cursing doesn't serve a purpose. It's just limited speech, I guess. Come on, minions. More. Oh, here. Sorry. I need to drink my potion in between. My potion actually makes them go super boom boom. What is the highest pit that the Reap will reach? I mean, I could do a pit 100 already, right? There's no problem. I'm just not doing a pit 100 because I'm just like pit 90 is just faster right now for getting the Opticide and for pushing my Opticide, the Obolts, and pushing my glyphs further. I think Reap can definitely reach 110 and maybe with perfect gear even further. So it's not like an end stage pit pushing build. It's more like the I like playing minions and I like being very OP build. It's the best way to look at it, right? So weird to have the maximum resource and everything there, but hey, maximum resource is king. If you're both a content watcher and creator, you are a reactor. Yes, the worst kind of them all, right? A reactor. I cleared 121 Ferg, yeah, but only if you have the god items, right? It's more like what could you reasonably reach as a normal person, and that's definitely 100 and up to 110. After that, it really comes to the, like, it ain't happening anymore scenario. We are putting this in with a bargain for more defensive. So I get my helmets, right? I'm looking for that skeletal warrior helmet. Okay, Chad. I will need to get some daring people so we can do some Infernal Hordes, because I am actually looking for one final chaotic unique, and that would be the Bloodless Scream. So after this Undercity run, if you are intrigued in doing some Infernal Hordes with me, be my guest and give me your battle net. That's pessimism. No, it's realism, sir. When you just know that at certain stages, the only way to advance is by triple perfectly masterworking everything, right? And that's like the worst kind of improvement for a build, when the only way to get further is by perfect triple masterworking things, right? You post in the chat? Yes, sir. Just put your Battle.net ID in the chat. I'll invite you. I'll invite you to the friend list. You'll invite yourself to the party, and then we go have some fun. Just have to run quickly through this thing here. The interesting part about Necro is that everything I do for the minions, right, is also pretty much what you need to do for the Bone Spirit build. And everything that you do for the minions before is also kind of like good for the Soul Shred build. So you kind of like have 3 builds in the Necro in one build, more or less, that you can then use. Okay, chat, I got all your IDs. We'll be wrapping this here up quickly, then get you invited, and then see that we break up on that sweet, sweet ether. Good thing is, if you play minions with others, you can just sit AFK. Because your minions will do everything in the corner of the map that you're covering. If any tips to farm legendary runes, there's no way to guaranteed farm legendary runes. You can kill Torment 4 bosses, congratulations. You can also go for the Undercity rune runs, but none will reliably give you tons of runes. Yes, runes are there, and we all would like to have runes. However, like, again, the reliable part is what's missing. There are activities that are supposedly giving you more runes, but that's a big supposedly because they don't. They actually don't. Can you ask in German? No, that's absolutely forbidden, and you will be marked as a traitor to the cause. I don't know which cause. Where's Neil? He's working, Marcus. I mean, Neil has always played with us when he has time, but man is actually managing a few stores over in Norway. So you actually get a work in between, you know? Crazy man. Ask away. Stay God. Don't you worry. You'll get an English answer, though. So, just that. And Spiritborn level with Evade. Yes, that's how you level Spiritborn, with Evade. The reason why you level Spiritborn with Evade is because Evade just does copious, obnoxious amounts of damage. You can check our level video and stream that we did with Spiritborn. It was super fun. It will get boring, and it will get annoying. Because you're pretty much dish-dashing, ping-ponging around like a goddamn golf ball the whole time. And at some point, you really don't want anymore. Right? Understandably, because after like hours and hours and hours of ping-ponging around, you're going to be like, ah, shit. Right? Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, let's get people together. Mr. Casanova. Got Thikla. Got Payson. Payson, aren't you in? Whoever gets their friend request first, just invite yourself to my party. Like that. Accurate. Okay. I think we got you all. Whoever's missing. And there we get accurate. Cool. What do we have here? We got a Spiritborn with actually Vishnuk Pods, Zontax, Sunperts, and wow, okay, sir. Pretty good. We got Payson going for the Air of Perdition with a naked chest look. And we got Akiri being a Litless Wall, Shroud, Gospel of the... Oh my goodness, Gospel, Double Greater FX, Pain Gorgeous, Quad FX. Damn, sir. Like, you're going... I want to see you farm that thing. Like, that's triple Greater FX Shard. My friend, what beautiful. How much percentage is your... Shattered... 870%. Damn, son. Damn. Chat's pooping, ladies and gentlemen. Bunch of absolute gamers. Okay, that's easy billions of ether, huh? We're doing very well, my friend. Thank you for asking. Family's good. My daughter has some dentist stuff. They got vacation right now, so I got 2 tiny gremlins here at home. You would have been disappointed to see my gear. I mean, there's always a level of mockery, sir, because why would there not be? Now, if you go play with me some hordes, we get to look at your gear and we get to say things like, ah man, only 2 times masterwork basic skills. Pretty weak there, right? Could have been a triple. What, bone skills only 2 times? Yikes. Compound fracture only 2 times. Rapid ossification only 3 times. Pretty weak. Also got down. See, this is also the level that we have achieved with the build at this point for open world farming, and it makes everything so much better because you don't have to rely on hitting things anymore, right? You can just sit in the middle, have a good time, hit everything, and like it actually does destroy, what is it called again? It destroys hellish mosses, so if they're there, it destroys them. Okay, we get Precious Spire, we get Ether Events faster. Okay, let's go. Zen. I run all over the map, Vitus. That's the thing, you kind of want to have like a build that could most likely do it from the middle. Like my Druid is also kind of running over the map, but also kind of not because of Cataclysm, right? With my Necro, I'm also forced to move over the map. I'm not sure if that's for me. I need to check the door. So there we go. Spires. This is a very interesting one with the spires spawn less often, right? Because the multiplier is multiplying the multiplier. So you actually end up, when you get spires... Here, drop 563 ether on death. And you can get it another time. And you can get it another time. I don't know how much ether a spire is at this point. Actually, see, like there's a spire, there's a spire. Okay, we're at 101 ether, chat. So how much just poop out? 26. 25. That's pretty good. Now we just need to get the more ether from spires again, right? The best part is how the thing said ether spires spawn less often, and you just get one ether spire after the other. Okay, come on, give me one more, give me one more. Hungry spires. No, it's the wrong one. Actually, you know, since spires are giving us so much, I want to take the +3 ether. Because, I mean, if the spires are giving you like 500% bonus, +3 ether is a lot. Okay, we're 238. How much is coming out now? Show me the money. See, that's what we're talking about. 40 ether for a spire. Feels good, man. Now you just gotta get things like ether mosses could have spires in them. Even though that sometimes spawns bugged. Hungry spires was the better choice. I agree. Try hard. Hungry spires is a fantastic choice. However, I just really wanted to see how much more you can get with, you know, one spire. Usually whatever you pick spawns next wave more. Yes, it does. Even though it's never confirmed that it does. But it obviously does. Right? Like, we all know that if you pick ether spires, you will see more spires. We all know that if you pick whatever, it will do more. We know that. Now, for some reason, that was never confirmed by Blizzard. And it's like, nah, this is mambo jambo, right? This is just in your head, brother. Nah, it's not in my head. Like the bone spirit can just stand here in the middle, and all his splinters are hitting the portals instantly. My skeletons are not even moving because the portals are not up enough. Have you actually gotten a Mythic Chaos Rift? Yes, one single time. They are definitely more common than one would expect, but it doesn't mean that they're everywhere. So more common, yes, but not everywhere. Give me that sweet, sweet ether. Come on, my friends, the skeletal warriors. Okay, Rising Spires. The wave starts with the Soul Spire. That's not worth it. We'll take the ambush because the ambush gives us more chances to get more ether events. Why that? Well, if random Hellborn are coming, these random Hellborn will inevitably be turned into like progress, and then we get more spires. Right? Surely. Ah, a bunch of ether from that. Beautiful. If you compare like that Necro to what the Spiritborn has to do, right? You have to like consistently be dashing around to do like localized damage calamities. Versus you just hit the screen. Also, Casanova, a lot of people actually in the chat have found set Chaos Rift, so it's definitely more common than not. Still, like, you might never see one, right? As it goes with chaotic mythics items, mythic items, sorry. Like, sometimes you see tons, sometimes you see none. Despite there being more chance, the chance is still exceedingly low. Okay, even more faster events. Almost 5 a.m. for you in the US, sir. Get some rest. We get it our good 1 p.m. in the midday. Build is already progressing really nicely. I'm super happy that we get the shoes, right? Super happy we get the shoes. Our resistances are not resistancing. Ooh, I get a Betrayer's Husk. That's interesting. I could try to get a better shot of Arathiel. Probably won't even bother because what for? I mean, my shot of Arathiel is good enough. Perga, thank you for the 500 itty bitty titties. Perga, I hope you're doing well, sir. That's very kind of you. Hellborn, burning, burning, burning. Well, this is all terrible, so we're going to take even more Hellborn. Almost time for Kaffee und Kuchen. Absolutely, but we're having raclette today. You know what raclette is, right, Chad? The fancy meal with the tiny pans, and you put them inside, and then you put cheese over it, and then make yourself mini pizzas and like very, very fancy dish. Usually, you eat it on New Year's Eve in Germany. But for some reason, my children have a taste for it, so every month they actually ask, can we have raclette evening? So what do you think is going to happen? We're obviously going to have a raclette evening. God damn, we will. Vitas, thank you for joining as a member over on the YouTube as well. Vitas, that's very kind of you. And Phil, with his 97 months of support, chat. God damn. God damn. Calm down. Calm your horses, chat. Okay, that was a very successful horde. I mean, like, for not getting the best offerings and making do with the spires, I'm very happy. I mean, once in a while, I would actually like to try a full Hellborn, right? What if you take everything Hellborn related? Could that work? What game is this? This is Diablo 4, my friend. Okay, a helmet. Chaotic helmet. But I need a normal helmet. Chaotic helmets are right now the worst to get. Like, even if this is a bloodless scream, I can't play it, right? Because I need normal helmets with skeletal warrior mastery. That's an attack speed glove though, so that's gonna be taken. The game lives even after the new PoE patch. They don't have anything to do with each other, brother. You know? Do you also know that PoE is like, you know, this is the player numbers of PoE? Because right now, like, it's just getting less relevant. And then after the next patch, it's going to be like this again. Why find 3 minion Necro players to make a party of 4 minion Necro in the Horde, Gabriel? It would probably be the slowest Horde ever. Maybe. But maybe not, because actually, like, if you have 4 all working together, it's quite good, because everyone just stands in a corner of the map, and the minions are actually doing what they're supposed to do in the corner of the map. Right? A bunch of helmets, Chad, but not the helmets that you're looking... Ooh, another helmet. No, Pony. Calm down, sir. This is the Hand of Naz. I have multiple Hand of Nazes already, and I don't need them. At all. Okay, I can. This one has not single masterwork. This one has not a single masterwork. This one has a masterwork. This one is my Reap to hit twice. We should reset this and try to hit the Reap to hit twice at least one single time. Because that would be potentially the big damage. This is like the sad part a bit about the build. Because the only way to get like the real good damage, right? I need that Reap to hit twice. I need that super masterwork. Not just like, oh my lord. Officer, it was him. Officer, take him right now. Yes, it's me. FBI, open up. I'm an illegal alien. It was him. Yeah, that's the man. With the disgusting RNG. Good. So what I wanted to say is, scaling the damage of this build is incredibly easy. You just have to triple masterwork. Right? Just do it. Good. Hey, Chad, remember what I said? I would like to do everything Hellborn related. I know you're gonna hate me for this, boys, but can we do this? Can we do like a Hellborn run? Because I think it's gonna be horrible. Like, I can't see this being good. Because you're never getting Hellborn, right? So the first buff explicitly states, Hellborn can, Ether events now have a 20% chance to additionally spawn Hellborn. A 20%, what is that? 20% for a legendary boon, where the other legendary boon gives you like what, 3 times the ether from your ether lord, saying absolutely crazy. And now I'm getting, let me check my notes, a 20% chance. Oh yeah, I'll totally, I want that, right? That's absolutely going to be great for me. What could possibly go wrong? Well, see, I'm you know, let's not bury the cat before, I don't know, like, random manner of speech thingy. I don't know if there's one with burying a cat, but you get it? Precious Spire. No, I want more Hellborn. Shit, there's no Hellborns here. Okay, we're gonna take Precious Spire then. The one dude that sits in the middle and spams, hey, he does everything correct. We even gave you the blueprint for that build. Come on now. It's out, Chan. We have the video released on the necromancer, of the spam necromancer. Okay, I mean, you know what? The Hellborns are kind of working. I'm a bit surprised that they're not, that it's not going completely awkward. But I guess I'm more blaming it on the amount of players that we're having right now. What's the second best class? Guessing the first one is Necro. The first one is Druid, and the second one is... I mean, so, okay, like, my metric is a bit different. We're not going after pit pushes, okay? We're going after how easy do you get powerful. That's, for me, a very important metric. How long does it take you to be strong? How easy do you get powerful? How, like, you know, how much you have to invest to be good? Druid is the #1 this season, undeniable, because you have to invest nothing and you're insanely powerful. Then second is actually, like, either Necro or Sork, because both of them also get incredibly powerful without a single investment. Right? Barbarian, I haven't played, so I can't say. Rogue needs a bit more investment. However, as soon as you actually get hit and run, you're super strong. So Rogue also has a very insanely good power curve of just getting there. And Spiritborn is technically the strongest character, but it's also the worst one to get there. Right? It's the absolute worst one to get to that level of power. Where all the others are having fun, you're gonna be beating your head against the dashboard with your Spiritborn. You're like, why I'm hurting myself? Why do I hate myself? God, Spiritborn, I hate you so much. It was the single-handed worst experience. I mean, after it's strong, then after you get the pieces, after you get the things together, it feels good. But to that point, it's just like, what the. Okay, I wanted to take more Hellborn-related stuff, and guess what we have gotten? No Hellborn-related stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stand over here. These are my Ether Lords. Don't touch my Ether Lords. Oh no! What would almost kill me there? Sir, seriously, like, I mean, there was nothing there. I just got booped by air. And I almost died. getting booped by air. I mean, like, seriously, what the fuck? They should have brought back the monk instead of the Spiritborn. I think that's why they made the Spiritborn. I mean, let's be fair. They wanted to make something that has never been there before. Yeah, I mean, the Spiritborn is the monk, just nature-themed. I would have preferred a monk too, personally. I'm still not mad at the Spiritborn. I just think the whole concept is still undercooked. Because, how did you make a poison Spiritborn, right? But it's not possible to play the poison Spiritborn. Right? How are we at the point where you have, like, that ulti and the Devour exists, and sure, like, it's somewhat okay to play, but it's actually not a viable playstyle. I mean, the same kind of goes with necromancer. So we have a full necromancer, and like, your only damage over time builds are all not doing damage over time damage, they're scaling crit damage. Right? So you have, like, one archetype per character that's just completely unviable. I mean, like, what the fuck? So yeah, that's that. And I hope we're also not getting a paladin, but something paladin adjacent. I'm still hoping for a priest. I'd just like to see a priest class. I'm still living the dream of summoning holy crosses behind me, and they just race the whole battlefield. They just laser beam everything down, you know? Played Stinger Spiritborn, and you transform the dot into instant damage. Exactly, because you're not doing dot damage, you're just transforming the dot into instant damage. Right? However, like, Season 6, 7 Spiritborn doesn't count because it was overtuned with Vicious Shield. Anything was good on that Spiritborn. Must really hate D2. Well, Garrett, I never played D2 to a point where I actually reached the end game, right? For me, D2 was play the story, play the expansion, play the story, finished, done. I've never bothered with farming and trying to get things. Nah. D2 is a beautiful game to play through, a really fun game to play your class and have a good time and enjoy yourself, right? And then I'm done. And I don't want any more. Like, it does have no appeal to me to play more of the game. Actually, the same for Diablo 3. I played one single season of Diablo 3, Because I never did, right? I played Diablo 3, I played the expansion, and it was cool, it was fun, I enjoyed it, and then I never wanted to touch it ever again. And that's fine. Like, not all of these games do it for you, right? Not all of these games are giving you the, I would like to sink 1,000 hours in it. However, Diablo 4, for some reason, was the game where I was like, man, this really makes me want to play more and more and more and more and more. Despite the quality of life issues and all the problems that the game still has, it's a very fun game that just gives me joy. Kingston, how's it going? Very well. I hope well for you too. I mean, winter's coming. Who doesn't like that? In the region where I live, we usually have snow in the winter. And my tiny humans are getting an age where I can just put them on a sleigh and absolutely have them, like, hurtle down a mountain. And if they end up somewhere, like, tilted over, they're not going to be sad about it. They're going to be laughing. I'm totally looking forward to this. Right? Gonna be a grand old time. This isn't the first where I haven't been playing a Meteor Sword. Sander, did you try out Meteor Sword though? Sander, alert. EU. I want to personally myself try out a Meteor Sword because we have been running a very interesting Ball of Lightning stuff, right? And the Ball of Lightning stuff makes Ball of Lightning cost 325 resource so that every Ball of Lightning's cast is an overpower, okay? And my plan was, or my thought was, if that works for Ball of Lightning, why not for Meteor? Why can I not take the Starfall Coronet, right? Use the Meteor and essentially make every Meteor be an overpower critical strike. And so I certainly, I must do that build. We might actually do it tomorrow because it's definitely something that like I need to do that build. I'm quite excited to play around with that. I mean, it's like I know everyone just wants to play Hydra and other stuff and whatever. Like fuck that, just do meteors. I mean, there's like Meteor Sword is just a fantasy, right? Hey, what about meteors? Raining them from the sky and squishing your enemies like bugs. Why not? How is the build compared to Bone Splintered? Well, Matzel, this is the build you do before Bone Splinters, because obviously you can't do Bone Splinter right away, right? In order to do Bone Splinters, you need specific pieces. The thing is, the specific pieces you need, you also have for this build, right? So by making this build, you're pretty much making Bone Splinters as well. So how's this build compared to Bone Splinters? It's very powerful and it can easily get you to the point where you get Bone Splinters. It might also just live your perfect minion fantasy finally, where you can actually play minions. Ninth mythical drop. It wasn't a myth. It was what's it called again? It looks like a mythical, but it's the chaos items. Right? They just make the same like kind of Halo thingy on drop. Okay, that's a Fists of Fade, but a shitty Fists of Fade by all means. So looking for a helmet with warrior mastery. Okay, what are my resources saying? That's better. I mean, we finally get some Forgotten Souls together. We finally get some Veiled Crystals together. I mean, we need to look out for the Legion events because Legion events are a must to do. You know what? Let's try a 6er Horde to get that to 666, boys. My favorite part-time activity. Getting 666 hordes to 6 wave hordes to 666. Might try to get Meteor today. Takes like 50 minutes by clanmate boosting through 100 pits. Yes, Sender. I mean, it goes really quick. I'm gonna definitely redo my Ball of Lightning Sword though. And I gotta farm the Starfall Coronet and some other shenanigans. I sadly don't have some other pieces I would need, but we'll get it done. Here, Ether Fiends +2. Let me show you stats and materials. My materials are quite low at this point. I mean, we haven't played that much of this season. We're not like Rob levels of no lifing. We just do our builds, and then we do our builds, and then we do the next build, and that actually costs a lot of resources. You know? I mean, all my characters have like around 15 to maximum 20 hours of playtime. Not like 40 hours on a character or even 50. The Necro is sitting at what currently? We're sitting at 24. And at least 6 of those are standing around and making builds. I mean, your stats, the core stats here. Okay, chat, the real challenge. 6 waves, 666. Can we get it? Once again. Let's see. Hellborn from Masas, ambushing Hellborn. And wow, these are all terrible. By far and wide. I guess I'm going to take the ambushing Hellborn. Does it give us a percentage on ambushing Hellborn too? It doesn't, right? I'm struggling with the crit version while my cooldown is 6.5 seconds. You mean the Bone Spirit cooldown version? I mean, like, you only struggle with the crit if you don't crit, right? so if your Bone Spirit doesn't hit anything, that's why the Bone Spirit is bad. The crit version is bad for open world activities. That is not the pit, right? If you struggle with the version, right? I recommend just tempering rapid ossification on a ring, because even the crit version feels better with rapid ossification rings, right? It's not that you need them. It just literally feels better. Okay, Precious Spires. They're all terrible. That's like 3 terrible things to take. I found a bug yesterday that caused one of the spirals in Helltide to take life to be endless. It lasted even after the Helltide finished and constantly spawned monsters. That seems reasonable. I have had one of those Helltide thingies as well, and it ended after, like, it was really up for 10 minutes, and then it ended. We were just standing there on stream, and I was getting cinders and cinders and more cinders, and it was like, okay, do you ever want to stop? No, you don't want to stop. That's fine. Just keep on going. By the way, for our vertical viewers on YouTube, don't forget we have a horizontal stream running too. Want to come over for the full screen experience? $112 ether wave 3. Yeah. I mean, unless we're getting a very good chaotic wave, this is not looking good, Chief. It's not looking good. Okay, Ether Goblins. Yikes. Ether Goblins would technically be good if we get a lot of waves. Get a lot of events. Right? Let's see. Wish you could get your minions to do that much damage, but man, it's so simple. As soon as you have this, Grim Reapers, together with Unstable Power, your minions should already do insane damage. Then you literally put the Cult Leader on top for another 200%, and you're already massive. If you then, like, with aspects of adaptability, together with Damned and Reanimation plus Moonrise, that's like the basics. That's what everyone can do. You don't need a single specific item for that. If you're then obviously getting yourself a Pain Gorgeous Gauntlet for the 8 basic skills, that's crazy. That's good. But it's not needed. If you then get yourself 6 Skeletal Warrior Mastery, that's also absolutely freaking nuts, right? But again, it would work without. It just makes it so much better, right? Litless Wall obviously is another 100% critical strike damage increase, so that's nasty as well. And the Shot of Wrathiel does well too, but none of this is like required. Come on, goblins. Now we're not getting goblins. We're being robbed. Wait, which one is this? Oh, that's Hellworms, and Hellworms spawn so late. But Hellworms is usually like, what, 300? Any plans on coming back for Dune? As much as I like Dune, there's sadly nothing to make content-wise with the new stuff, John, right? So my biggest issue with Dune is right now, I really loved Dune Awakening. I had so much fun playing it. But despite the updates bringing new stuff to the game, it's not even worth to mention the new stuff unless you're a new player, right? There's sure you can play more of the story, congratulations, and then you can play more of the story, congratulations, but it doesn't fundamentally change anything. It doesn't give you a fundamental new grind or anything like really big time to do. It's kind of sad. Okay, so we somehow need to get the next wave give us 250 ether. I don't think that's happening. We have a guide for the Reaper build, Matt Manning. There is a planner in the description, but we don't have a video guide yet. As I wanted to take like the build to the next level to then do the proper video guide for it. Like for me, it was important to at least get the boots right. I want to move this wall from the helmet down here. I need to replace the Fists of Fate with something different because they work in the build, but we don't require them for the build. Or like working on the Bloodless Scream because I want to see if I can get my warriors up to the trillions of damage without too much of an effort, right? Like without trying to masterwork everything perfectly. I mean, that Reap hit twice is obviously legal. That was a little bit lucky to get. Okay, well, sad face. Only enough for the lads. But at least we can do the Legion event. John, I wouldn't say Dune Awakening is dead. It's more like once you have played it so far and you reached a certain stage in the game, there is just nothing more to do. And if you reach that stage, then you're kind of done, right? And you're just waiting for the next big meaningful thing to happen. Now, if I was a normal gamer, if I wasn't a content creator, I would certainly log in to play some more Dune every now and then. But as a content creator, there is just nothing to do. Just get a Fist of Fate chest piece. Well, it doesn't hurt to have a Fist of Fate chest piece, but it also, like, you don't really need it. Oh no, I got bugged. I need to lock out and lock back in again. I'm gonna miss that Legion event, chat. It's gonna be that bad. You need 8 wave minimum. Nah, you can do it with 6 waves. It's just like always down to luck, right? What build do you like the most for Pits and Hordes open world? I run Raven for Pits, and I love Cataclysm Druid for Helltides Hordes. I mean, I run Raven Cataclysm, pretty much. Which does it all, right? I'm back. I missed the Legion event. I'm so sad. I hope I can still go there. Pony's mad. Are Pain Gorgers any good to have for this build? Yes, Tim, because the damage that you're dealing, or the damage your dudes are dealing, is basic skill damage. So the Pain Gorgers gauntlets giving you another 8 ranks to basic skills is just a big multiplier. And it's so easy to get yourself Pain Gorgers gauntlets that it would be stupid to not go for it. We got a Mythic from gambling. Yes. Mythics are happening more outside of dungeons nowadays. Outside of layers. Oh, I'm still getting the Legion event, chat. I am blessed. Why are we doing the Legion events? It's the only way how I get my materials. Chat, I'm material starved. Please, don't look at me like that. I need it. I get Immortal on my phone for work, and why does it have more characters and a slightly better vibe? Immortal has so many good quality of life features because mobile games need those, right? The problem with PC gamers, or the thing with PC gamers is, for some reason, they're okay if a game is worse, right? But for mobile games, you gotta be on point, right? You gotta have the right loop in. You gotta satisfy your customers with new cool game modes and that kind of stuff. PC gamers are often happier with less, or mobile gamers really need to be caught in consistently. And you notice that in Diablo Immortal, right? And generally other mobile games, but Diablo Immortal is like a good example versus PC game for that. But I'm still sad that we don't have the Blood Knight. Where's my Blood Knight? Why can I not play cool Vampire Knight, dude? Okay, are we gonna do more Hordes? I think we need to do some other stuff right now. So thank you for the lads that helped me with the Hordes already. That was a great start. We got more... Oh, sorry. We got more materials and everything. I think we need to do like 2-3 other things. And try to get a helmet now. And also kick my little wall over to my pants. Try to get like 2-3 whispers too. Oh, that's just sad here. Can only be asked for easy whispers, like here the lair boss. I want D4 to be the best. Me too, sir. Me too. And certainly season 11 is going to elevate the game even more, as season 12 is most likely going to be the expansion. And then we get a new class and we can forget about a lot of pains for a while until the pains come again, and then we have to bother about them, right? A new class, chat. Exciting. Poor guy. Get beaten by a bunch of skeletal losers. Oh, pit. I think we should do a pit 100 soon. What's season 11 bringing? Reworks to masterworking and tempering, plus a new actual season, defense and health upgrades, general combat changes. Quite some things are coming. Okay, we need a helm. Still just tempted to take the cap here. This one, and reroll the cooldown reduction into Skeletal Warrior Mastery. The problem is, I really don't want to reroll with resources to get Skeletal Warrior Mastery, because if I do that, we'll end up in a spot where I'm out of Veiled Crystals again. Right? And that just makes Ponyhoff sad. Because I don't have the amount of resources needed to just like YOLO gamble. Ah, Warrior Mastery +2. Fantastic, chat. So, good talk. Now let's try to hit that Warrior Mastery at least one time. Temper. Defensive temper. Instead of going for total armor, we can actually go for minions have a chance to fortify you. It's a surprisingly good temper. Because you're consistently just going to spend your time being fortified. Try to hit that Skeletal Warrior Mastery. At least once. I mean, I would prefer to get a greater affix version of this, but hey. How likely is that to happen? Oh, come on now. Can you explain the item Lochran's Talisman to me? After we're done with the masterworking session here. That's really turning out to be quite unamusing right now. Jesus Christ. Okay, then just don't, like, let me just burn through all my veiled crystals. Hey, remember how I didn't burn through my veiled crystals as I was trying to get the Skeletal Warrior Mastery? Now I'm just burning through my veiled crystals, just trying to master warrior. Oh my lord. At least one single time. So we get that. And we have to put the Litless Wall away. And I have to get myself my Litless Wall pants. Litless pants. Because I have it as a pair of pants, right? Oh, I have them masterworked already? Oh, okay. Don't ask any questions, Chad. Quox and a who? Oh, I got two Ahu right now. Damn. So, what does Lochran's Talisman do? Lochran's. I should have multiple of these, right? I mean, Lochran's is quite simple. Your skills gain critical strike chance per point of primary resource you have when cast up to 48%. So, every point of primary resource counts, right? On your cast. So, if you have 100 primary resource on cast, you're going to get another 48% crit chance, and each point of primary resource above 100 grants you bonus critical strike damage. Up to 500 resource, and then 500 resource times 0.2. That's the bonus critical strike damage you would be getting. Veiled crystals have been my bane this season, sadly. Let's do a 100 with that little boost. We got the Occult Dominion. And then we need to go for our Cursed Aura. So with these ranks into the Skeletal Warriors now, ladies and gentlemen. We are sitting at a grand total of 14 ranks for another 210% bonus damage. Oh, no, dude. You get both. You get the crit chance and the damage. Sir, you're getting both. Oh, 450, 876 billion, Chad. We're going. We're seeing numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost at the trillions. The boosts are boosting. Another 400 billion. I mean, that was quite some damage there. Those warrior ranks are truly obnoxious, but it's again also absolutely not what you need, because what do I need 450x billion damage for, right? However, it feels good to actually waltz with your minions into a pit 100 and just have them like absolutely obliterate Doodle Dandy Andy this guy. I was getting the living snot beaten out of him. Really important is to always fill up your resource. How am I filling up my resource? Using macabre skills, chat. Just in case you wonder, why are we blood misting so often? Because it just makes my resource full. There was a 1 trillion hit. I saw it, chat. The first trillion hit has fallen. We have done it. So yeah, I have the macabre skill to restore resource. So I need to like use the macabre skill to restore resource to have my quacks actually trigger quite a lot. And as you notice, my quacks triggers a lot. You make PoE builds. Thank you. I used some of the guides you made. Thank you, sir. There's some more to come, I think. Because I need to try out the new endgame on a complete new account to see how it feels. 531 billion. Dude, it never gets old to see the big numbers. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, you absolutely don't need... You don't need the damage, right? You don't need this level of damage. But it also doesn't get old to actually see it. What can I say? Oh, we're still taking so much damage. I gotta work on that survival a little bit. You know what? Probably my second rune could be a survival themed rune if I wanted to, just for more barrier. Because right now we really don't have the big damage reduction, right? So if something hits me, I will die. However, I can obviously prevent from being hit by blood misting around, so I am technically consistently safe. But that's a big technically, because if I'm out of blood mist and I don't have the cooldown up, then I'm dead. So I love Vampire Survivors. I mean, Vampire Survivors is there's a reason why these games work so well, right? To see your character get stronger, stronger, and stronger, and actually build up like a build on the fly. I mean, it's still funny to me that, like, in case you forget this, right? So why was the expansion even made? Why was the level reduced to 60 and that kind of stuff, right? So the reason that happened is because Blizzard wanted to have a stats squish, right? Blizzard wasn't happy that people were doing like billions of damage and trillions and negative Integas. So they were like, hey, we need that stat squish, right? We need to bring everything down. Well, here we are. 5 seasons later. With that stat squish having achieved, let me check my notes. Oh yeah, absolutely nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I prefer the level 60 over the level 100 that the game has tremendously. I mean, the fuck would? Imagine having to level 100 leveled still. Could you, Chad? I mean, getting characters up, we actually needed leveling builds back in the days. That's the crazy part to me, right? It's like nowadays you have like, hey, this is the build from 1 to 60, but you're pretty much going to play it for 5 hours max, right? But before it was like, hey, this is going to take you 20 hours to get the character to the end game. So actual level builds, yeah, makes sense, right? Can you explain why Rathma's Vigor for this build? So if you're looking at my screen, what kind of damage do you see? What damage numbers are popping at any given point? That's overpower damage, right? So you see overpower damage. Rathma's Vigor gives us a 100% overpower damage, right? 120, 100, yeah, exactly. So we're getting 100% overpower damage bonus. Amazing. If I now take any other bonus, right? If I go for the minion-related bonus, I would get with 7 minions a 21% bonus damage and 21% attack speed that I don't need. So if I take the Shadow bonuses, I could go Shadow Blight, but that's kind of useless. I could do the Curse bonus, which would give us 40% damage. So that would actually kind of work, right? To a degree. But all the bonuses are lower, obviously, like as you noticed there. So why Rathma's Vigor? Because it's your single-handed biggest damage boost that you can possibly get for your minions. From a key passive. Does that make sense? I like leveling more than endgame. It's not crazy, sir. Leveling is the point of the game where you have meaningful progress, right? I mean, at this point, I have now reached my trillions of damage, right? And in order to achieve another 5% increase of my character, the amount of work I have to do is insane. And while you're leveling, your character actually gets better, and better gradually and consistently, right? And that feels good, right? That's amazing. Like, who does not want their character to, like, always improve, always get better? So yeah, you have that versus then the end game where it's going to be like this slog fiesta where you're trying to improve your character, but it's on the slower side. Honestly, my skeletons be absolute demons here. Absolute demons, chat. We still need to get an amulet that actually has like any ranks, because my amulet is right now very sadly rolled. Okay, how do I go for more trillions now, chat? I mean, we already have a good amount of trillions, but how do we get even more trillions? Opus, thank you for the brand new subscription. Opus, that's appreciated. Dankeschön. I mean, TBX, there's nothing wrong with just actually not playing the end game. I usually try to get characters into Torment 4. And as soon as the character is Torment 4, he's done, right? And then I move over to the next character, and the next character, and the next character, and the next character. That's how I like to handle things. Okay, we need something that is not Fists of Fate, chat. But I don't have anything that's not Fists of Fate that would actually do anything for us right now. So if I look for Chaos Armor currently, chest piece, chest. I could have a Godslayer crown, but that wouldn't do very much for us, right? We have the Fists of Fate again. We got a Pain Gorgeous Gauntlets that would allow me to actually play Gauntlets, which is actually which is interesting because I could play another aspect if I wanted to. We got Flicker Step, Black River useless, Endured Faith. We get another Pain Gorgers. I might actually play Pain Gorgers as a chest piece so I can play gloves, right? I mean, I could technically play Banished Lord's Talisman for another 72% bonus damage because my critical strike overpowers are actually, like, they're hitting, right? Yeah, I mean, let me just, for the shits and giggles, put that on. Because, hey, if I play that, or if we play the Banished Lords is definitely going to give me more attack speed as well. And that attack speed more is actually useful for the build because my minions need attack speed. The core skills is completely useless, so that's that. The overpower damage does work as well, so that's also good. We got Ahu Quox, and we had Lith, and is the big question. You know what? I'm gonna go for Dark Shrouds now. I want some damage reduction, chat. I hated that we don't have damage reduction. You gotta know who. I have two Ahus finally. Two back-to-back Ahus, Katie. Dungeon keys, amulets. You know what? Do another 100. Bloodless for trillions. Yes, Bloodless would be great, but we don't have it. So we still need to farm more hordes with the chat. Don't worry, chat. I said we're going to do more hordes, right? I mean, interesting to see if you don't play Bloodless Scream, I should also have less cooldown reduction at Bloodless Scream. If you don't play Fist of Fate, it's also going to be less cooldown reduction and everything. So it's kind of like less Ahu, less cooldown reduction, a little bit less of everything. But how much is that going to factor in? How much are you going to feel that difference? That is here the big question. Working on Necro, trying to find the Shattered Spirit. I just got a better one today, Katie. I went from my 400% Shattered Spirit to the 850% Shattered Spirit. Yep. I just got another 450% damage on the build, just like that. It is actually crazy. But sadly, since I made the video already, no one will ever see. No one will ever know, chat, that I got that. Or is gonna be like, oh, Pony, it's like it's nice, Granddad. Go back to bed. So I'd like to know if with the Banisher's Talisman, we're actually seeing more damage than with the Fist of Fate. Because obviously the Fist of Fate can create outliers, right? They're amazing. But with the Banished Swords, you have like more consistent damage boosts. I mean, I haven't seen an 800% hit, right? The big issue is probably not getting the amount of box rune that you're used to, right? I don't remember how many minutes we now took for our last hit 100. So that would be a great benchmark if I remembered that. I mean, we are definitely dying less, so the damage reduction actually works from the Shroud, right? That Shroud going on here, the 5 stacks, that's good. Take it or leave it, chat. 553 billion. By the way, now that we have a power, okay, that gives our skeletons a different skill. Can we talk about how that should be the norm? How, like, if you play Skeletal Warriors and you have the basic skill Reap equipped, your Skeletal Warriors are able to use Reap. If you have mages and you have, like, the Blood Surge equipped, then your mages could use, you know, well, whatever, right? Well, like, give every single skill an aspect for my liking, but do something, right? Because we finally have our minions actually be able to interact with the aspects and skills that we're using, so actually a cool, meaningful thing, right? But like, it's just very contained now, right? We can either do Bone Spear or we could do like the Reap because of the chaotic power, but once the season of the chaotic perks is over, that playstyle is completely gone again. Right? We have like a cool, unique playstyle that's actually quite amazing and everyone seems to love. But you could take it like so much further. 7 minutes left on the clock last bit. Yeah, I feel like we're faster. Like when I generally go after the actual killing speed of like the packs, it definitely feels faster. Might be that the Banisher's Talisman just really gives me an average nice damage compared to the random jumping damage of the Fist of Fate. I think we died also one time last dungeon, so we gotta subtract that, right? The one deathy. It's 9 minutes in. See how quick the fight is. I really hope they keep the Chaos Armor for the next season. I don't think they will learn the lesson that we hope them to learn. So yes, we all want them to keep Chaos Armor. I again would vote for 1 Chaos Armor piece per character, right? So like we keep Chaos Armor. Chaos Armor still functions the way how it did before. However, your character can only have 1 piece. I think that would be the best way how to make Chaos Armor meaningful good. Yeah, look at how the Ahu is now not like going completely crazy. I guess we might have to put the skill points into the bonus lucky hit chance now. But still, this was a faster clear, definitely. Okay. GG. We get Essence, and we get Dominate. By the way, do you have any of your glyphs 100, chat? I cannot match the Sork without Mana Shield. Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Sork going away from being virtually unkillable to suddenly falling over from a wet fart. It's definitely not going to be the thing you're looking forward to. I feel you there, sir. Trust me. 3 ranks to Terror. When was Terror again? Terror was, here. Is not bad, but it's not good either. However, I might have to keep it. Got all your glyphs to 100. Jeez, sir. Okay, we get that pit 100 cleared faster than ever. Let me reset the masterwork in this one. Try to actually hit the intelligence once in a while. Oh, really? You hit that maximum resource one more time, I'm gonna hit you. Hey, chat, we're gonna reroll that movement speed into something amazing. Something truly life-changing. Something that's 1 rank to Evulsion. Yeah, look at me. Absolute gamer. All the reworks were worth it, after all. And, oh, look at that, intelligence. And we're actually out again of Veiled Crystals. I mean, despite doing Legion events quite thoroughly, chat, yeah? I've been doing those Legion events. I cannot seem to keep up with my needs. Any tips on making the spin to win rogue build? You have a little tankier. It's a bit of a glass cannon situation. Did you temper more ranks to second wind? Like that's really where it stands and falls. If you're not have more ranks to second wind, that's bad. You can also use the Kui rune because you do enough damage. So instead of using one of the other runes for more damage, like for example, you don't actually need Pock. I think we've been using Pock, right? You can just use the Kui rune for more barium. That's generally an option. Like, I mean, look at my Necro right now. I'm actually using Igni plus for Igni for Dark Shrouds. Not that I need Igni for the Dark Shrouds, but it works. Right? How many? 21. Oh, we could technically farm bosses for thingies, right? Technically. Build guide, there is a planner in the description, sir, but there is no video yet, sorry. Mainly because I just didn't have this to the level of power where I wanted to present it. So I know disenchanting. Ooh, chest armor. Oh, we're still looking for, what is it called again? Bloodless Scream. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at that! Look at that! What do you look at that? So that's the final item you need. Why is the Bloodless Scream so good? So it says your darkness skills chill enemies for up to 100% and deal 240% increased damage to frozen enemies and to bosses. And to bosses. Right? That's the clue thingy where it's so good. Because you're just doing 240% more damage against bosses. You know what I wonder? How good would it be to run a Frost Nova? A Frost Nova rune. What do you think? I mean, you could technically just... I don't know how much my dudes are going to be freezing. That's the problem. Like, how much are they freezing from alone? But could Frost Nova work? How about Spirit Wolves? Yeah, but wouldn't Frost Nova be better? Because Spirit Wolves, they actually need to attack and do things, right? And hit. Where Nova is just... It's just like boop, 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 boop. And it hits everyone, right? So the wolves are not bad, but I need a potential hit on all of them at the same time. However, it says 240% more damage versus chilled opponents or frozen enemies, right? So we just gotta see how much freeze do we actually do. Let me... No Belial, by the way, Chad. Haven't seen a Belial in 100 years now. Feels bad, man. Okay, masterworking. I want more ranks to darkness guilds. And I don't care. Because I'm not going to, like, masterwork this now multiple times. So, more ranks to darkness guilds. I need the Igni Mott rune.
What color and brilliance.
For the time being. Oh, nope. Which one we're constant with Nagu? You know what? I completely forgot that I can actually run Nagu. You know, I actually forget that running Nagu is an option. Interesting. Is this a better build than the mages? You mean the skeletal mages with the Hand of Nas, Robert? Robert? Sorry, Robert. Roberto. Yes. Certain. Yeah, okay, the freezing just works like crazy. We need to get to a boss to really see the damage gain. Right? Because I doubt that against normal opponent we'll actually see like, oh, 802 billion. Okay, I take it back. That. I doubt that versus normal enemies we'll see the actual power gain of this. But see, everything is kind of like frozen instantly. That's quite nifty. Please pull that guy in here. Thank you very much. And he's dead. And the other guys are dead as well. The advantage of the Reap over the mages is that, well, the Reap is always critical strike. Always overpower. So you can pretty much scale the Reap. Now, the mages, at least your mages are actually doing the damage. So that's a bit the different philosophy here, right? If you want to play a build where your minions are actually doing the damage, then mages would be the play. Because in this build here right now, the minions are not dealing the damage. What's dealing the damage is the trigger of the Reap, right? However, without minions, no reaping, so no damage. So make out of that what you want, pretty much. Right? Like, true, but I don't know. If you want to say, like, minions are not doing the damage now because they require a chaotic perk, and then they're only doing the real damage, so this is not actually a minion build. You don't want to know what discussions we have had over the years, okay, Chad? And if you've not been playing Diablo 4 since yesterday, then you know that a lot of discussion over the years have been, is this a real minion build? Oh no, your damage is coming from a different source than minions, so it's actually not a pure minion build. It's a fake minion build. And then you're like, sir, are you okay in your head? Did like grandma go back to sleep? It's like, you know, is laid. Like, oh no, you're having a different skill than race skeletons on your skill bar. This is not a pure minion build. Oh, I'm so mad at you for deceiving me. Because I made up the term pure minion build totally, and I have my own rules, and you're not adhering to them, so I hate you. Okay, Jebediah, that's fine, but you know that you're the problem. Not me? No, you don't? Ah, shame. Good thing, Pony, that's ridiculous. These discussions are fake and they never existed. Sir, I wish. I absolutely wish. It's one of the discussions, you know, that is absolutely no discussion and that's only being had by permanently online people. It's always fun to me when like someone like reveals themselves as someone who really is too much online. And hey, I'm a content creator. I get it. I'm a lot online too, but even I'm not that much online, right? It's like when you find a post under a Twitch, like when you're on Twitter, okay, and Twitch posts something, and there's a bunch of people that are just like they're just showing they're spending way too much time on Twitch. I'm not saying like watching and enjoying games, right? Because there's nothing wrong with watching and enjoying games on Twitch. No, I mean the people that just consistently are trying to comment on every single drama piece that's happening on Twitch, where you have to literally live on the website to even know about said drama, and you obviously have to pay attention to said drama to know about said. There was a trillion hit again. Great. Right? You don't naturally get exposed to that level of drama by just enjoying your average gameplay streams. No, you actively have to watch almost every single just chatting streamer to engross yourself in that, to be part of the drama. Indian purists are a different breed, absolutely. Especially because it makes no sense, but, you know, each to their own, each to their hill to die on. There was another trillion hit, Chad. Finally, we have reached the trillions. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. And it's not even the best version of the build, which is the crazy part, right? So we finally reached the trillions, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally there. However, there's still a bit of masterworking we could do to actually get even more damage. Right? There's still a few greater affixes that we could be getting. Still a few things we could be improving to get even more damage. We're not even pinnacle. This is not even the end. We're not even at the maximum. Oh no, I died. Looks cool, the build. Maybe it's more fun than Bone Splinter. I hate that. Standing still all the time for casting it. It's a shame it's not the... Ah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Like, I accept your point of critique towards the Bone Splinters, that you gotta stand still to actually cast them. That is truly a shame. Yes. You're like, you know what? You're fine. You're not weird. You literally want to zoom around like you do with the other builds, and that's totally legit. Who doesn't want to do that? Okay, we're just absolutely murking that Pit 100 boss, though, right? Damn, son, Chad. That was great. Okay, I'm really happy we actually put the hours in today to get this build better, because holy moly, we just improved. And we can improve even more because I can keep leveling my glyphs, right? Is there any point of doing high push runs a part of the game when the XP and rewards are not much higher above level 100? Lolsa, no. I personally believe that going Pit 100 is just hating yourself, okay? Because past pit 100, the pit stops being fun. Up to pit 100, it's still bearable, it's still cool, and like as you can see, I mean, I did a pit 100 right there, and it felt good. It didn't feel like I was struggling too much, right? I didn't spend too much time beating the mead. I only beat the mead a little bit, and it felt good beating the mead. So that was fine, right? But if you're really like going for higher pit tiers where you're just consistently spending like 50 minutes in one pit, right? And you just take like 20 minutes per mob, and you're asking yourself, why am I even live? Yeah. It really starts like pit 110, something like that. I mean, I don't know if you've ever watched like one of the high pit finishes, right? They're literally people banging their head against the door. I feel like 100 is nice, 100 is fun. 100 is also good to obviously get your glyphs up to 100, right? When you, like, technically you want to do like 1.5 or 110 to get your glyphs to 100. But then again, I haven't had a single glyph to 100 since that exists. We can, Katie. I can do 2.5 minute pit 110 to 115 with a druid. Just wondering if the XP received is justified. Lolson, you should do the pit you can do the fastest. So as you say, if you can do a pit 100 in 1 minute, then the pit 100 in 1 minute is going to be better than the 110s. Because you can do 2 100s by the time where you can do 110, and that's just going to be more experience, right? Even if the pit 110 would give you somewhat more experience, doing 2 in the time where you do 1 is just going to be better, right? There's no discussion here. There's no question. There's no argument. So yes, there is some more XP, but the rule of thumb goes if you can, like, just do the fastest finish. Hey, chat, I got myself something new. It's a fancy mat for standing on your standing desk, so your feet don't get tired so quick. I like it a lot. You needed that? I needed that, absolutely. My knees say thank you. My feet say thank you. I mean, my right leg is still completely numb, so that's sad face, but it's getting better, hopefully. Or I'll be forever having that leg. Hopefully not. No, the back is good. The leg is just numb, sir. You know, at this point, it's just the nerve that has to recover, but that takes intermediate time X. You know? It just takes as long as it takes. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Useless gloves. But pants. And that's the unmaker. Useless pants. Great. You stand barefoot? No, I have shoes on. Because if you, like, I don't know if you have ever had a numb leg from a pinched ischias nerve and back issues, but it feels like you're standing on an inflated ball instead of standing on your back foot. And that feels extremely weird if you're not wearing shoes. You know? So yeah, that's why I've been wearing shoes for the past week exclusively. It just feels extremely weird. Okay, we're getting our veiled crystals, guys. So at this point, we're farming a bit more. That I actually have more veiled crystals for the sorceress gameplay. But good news, the sauna is there, chat, and already built up. So I finally have my own infrared sauna at home. So I can now cook myself like a lobster. Woo! Life's good. Appreciate the build guides you make. Thank you, sir. I like making build guides, especially when it's about, like, complicated builds, right? So the Bone Spirit was, for example, something really intriguing to make because a lot of brain power goes into that, right? How do you get the cooldown low? How do you get your essence back? How does that interaction work? That's like the biggest fun to get those running, right? Nothing is complicated. Well, Ivan, obviously you're so smart and nothing is complicated for you, and we all have to bow down to your intellect. So, GG, I guess, Ivan. What is easy for you might be complicated for others. I know that's hard to understand sometimes, but it is what it is. You are having hard times leveling the Necro. Meloxy. If you want to level the Necro, what you're going to do is, okay? Meloxy. I don't know if you're 60 yet, though, right? So you're going to make yourself a Necro. And what you definitely need to do is, so you create a new character, you go for a necromancer. You name it Reeb. Surprise, who would have guessed? We could probably go for hard right away, correct? Marcus, I wish we could do more Once Human. It's one of these beautiful games that sadly has fallen. And what you're going to do is you're going to equip yourself the Grim Reapers, right? Together with the Unstable Power. I guess you could start with Brawn over Brains too, if you have it already. And Erupting Chaos. And suddenly, from this point on already, shit's going to be cooking because you're going to get your dudes. I didn't do this, by the way, because I underestimated how powerful this is. You're going to put your points into Reeb, right? That's it. And then you're going to boost the Skeletal Warriors already. Yeah. Oh, we might take the Bone Prison so we can actually keep things off of us, right? And we might go for that. And then you need to make yourself. So we need to make these guys, right? And they're already going to be starting to reap around. Right? See, there it was already. We already have these dudes doing their critical strikes, right? Meloxy, you're not being able to do Torment 4. Well, Meloxy, I mean, if you like minions, you could easily do Torment 4 with the Reap Skeletons. Because they don't need anything. So the skeletons, like this, like I showed you with the Chaos Powers, right? The only thing you need to do is get some Paragon points into Cult Leader, get some attack speed for Cult Leader to be up to 100%. And then with the aspect of adaptability, Damned, Reanimation, and Moonrise, you're going to sit at billions of damage. Just like that. Plus then, obviously, the Chaos Armors. The plan is for that, by the way, is in the YouTube video currently. And video on this will follow. But this build is like instantly just good. Just good. Without a doubt. Oh, Legion event, another one. I am getting all those crystals, chat. Oh, we're making this character strong. By the way, more Infernal Hordes. We need to do some more Infernal Hordes. Does any one of you know if by chance the Starfall Coronet is a Infernal Horde item? In this, like is it a chaotic unique? Soar chaotic uniques. What for chaotic uniques does Sorcerer have? For Sorceress. I forgot, so I need to look it up, right? Sorceress has Actual Conduit, Blue Rose, Acidoras, Izu's Heirloom. You can get Flame Scar, Fractured Winterglass, Galzanic Azurite, Ophidian Iris, Rainman, Staff of Endless Range, Staff of Lam Eason, the Starfall Coronet. You don't say so. Well, chat, I guess we'll have to do some sorceress farming today on top of the, Ay. Well, that's good. Since we want to do the meteor build tomorrow, but for the meteor build, I need to have the meteor, right? So since we already perfected our necromancer, I guess we could play some Sorg in a bit, chat. Well, that wasn't in the cards today, but I guess it might be a spontaneous executive decision. I like that idea. This one isn't even fully masterworked, right? My rings are not fully masterworked. My amulet is not fully masterworked. My chess piece is not fully masterworked and especially has the wrong masterwork hits. Beautiful. I need to do an Infernal Horde here. We need to do the lady here. Okay, so let's just get all the whispers that we can get, plus the world boss on my dude bro. And then we're gonna go over to the sword. Does that sound good? That sounds good. I like that way of thinking. Well, this is everyday business, Zandua. Everyday business. We're having exciting things happening every stream. Otherwise, why even bother streaming, right? Meloxy, you don't need the chaos armors. Okay, so very important, guys. If you want to play this build, Meloxy, listen, look me in the eyes. The only thing you need are the powers, right? You need the Grim Reapers, you need the Unstable Power, and the Brawn over Brains. Everything else is bonus. So, like, with aspect of adaptability, with the aspect of Damned, Reanimation, and Moonrise, plus maybe the Shot of Arathiel, if you already have that, that would be good. Plus then the Pain Gorger's Gauntlets too, but that's already bonus. You're very good. If you get the Lidless Wall, it allows you to do more billions of damage. If you get the Bloodless Scream, it allows you to do more billions of damage. However, you don't need to. Right? You're already gonna do insane... Oh, Chaos Armor. From a Rift, please don't be a fake Rift. Right? So even without these item pieces, you're gonna be slaying. Gonna be slapping things silly. Doodle. Trust me on that one. This Once Human is still worth trying. Once Human is still an absolute brilliant, beautiful game. If you have never played Once Human, I would highly recommend playing Once Human and the shit out of it. Problem is, I've done more or less everything in the game, so I don't have really much shit to play out of it anymore. So, Meloxy, if you then have everything, if you then have these pieces, for example here, Skeletal Warrior Mastery Boots and Helmet. These you could roll. With enough money, you can just make them. With enough obelisk gambling, you can just get these, right? I obelisk gambled these boots. I obelisk gambled this helmet. Actually, no, I re-rolled this helmet until I had it. So these are the important pieces. This is just for more billions and trillions. This is for more billions and trillions. This is for more billions and trillions. For Once Human is one of these games, I would hope that they just make a Once Human 2 or just restart everything, right? Once Human was really so much fun. I have like what 400 or 500 hours in it. It was great, but yeah, the developer kind of couldn't keep up with the hype. Oh, 5 billion that was, not trillion. Sorry, that was a trillion hit. Get all excited, chat, for no reason. Oh, almost fell over. Sorry. My lagging. Okay, what do we have? Oh, we had the rituals too. Are daggers or swords better for rogue Dens of Nice poison trap build? Daggers are for close damage. So since you're with Dance of Knives always trying to be distance and not close because you have a damage to distant bonus multiplier, it is better to stay distant to the enemy. Ergo, swords are better because of the critical strikes. Since a lot of your damage are also going to be like the poison burst, then that poison burst out of your poison and not actually the damage over time. That's why you want to have swords. That's obviously a minimal difference, Hateful, right? So you're not going to do twice as much damage right now. You're just going to do some more damage. But I understand the want to have the optimal weapon type. Not waste your time on something worse. Sick mount, it's the Griffin mount. I don't actually know where you get it from, right? Where do you get the Griffin mount from? But wasn't it from the Battle Pass? It was from the Battle Pass, right? Right? Surely. Did any one of you actually finish the Battle Pass, by the way, Chad? I haven't, because I just don't want to click the buttons. So the main reason we have not finished the Battle Pass is that I am too lazy to click the buttons to finish the Battle Pass. Because it's super annoying and I hate it. Yeah, it's like when actually finishing the Battle Pass becomes more nuisance than fun, right? I mean, I don't understand what was so wrong about a timeline that you could just click down and you could just get your things and that's it, right? Happiness abound. Why ever we had to change it in a way where it's now an absolute nuisance and you just hate it and you don't even want to do it anymore. I mean, Journey is perfect. Like, I think I like Journey, right? Finishing Journey is great. By the way, I haven't finished the Journey yet. Still not. I'm sorry, chat. Don't you judge me too harshly, but I just haven't. Don't look at me! Don't judge me now! Ah! The objectives in the last tier of the season journey are so tedious. I will do them. I always do them at some point. But I like it's just really the last thing I do on my list of things. A problem is, so you might have missed this at the start of the stream, guys, but I accidentally destroyed my Harlequin Crest, and I also accidentally destroyed my Shroud of False Death. Then I used those two sparks to gamble for another unique. Guess what I got? A Tyrold's Mine. So now I have one spark and a lot of pain. A lot of pain. A lot of pain. I'm sorry, what accidentally? Well, you know, things happened and things happened. I mean, luckily it's now the end of the season, so I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in myself. But I'm not mad. I'm good. I'm good. Fine. This is fine. By the way, 2 days ago I had 700 million gold. Where did it go, Chad? What happened? I mean, seriously, what happened? Who stole it? What's your fucking problem? I mean, seriously. And what happens when you, like, try to min-max some builds, right? I only wanted a 2 GA and I got 8 Doombringers. Yeah, reasonable. You greedy little rascal there. How much warp? I have 18,000 warp. I could get another spark from warp. Because I actually have one character who already spent like 10,000 warp on reputation. And I could just push it through if I wanted to. Okay. Hell grows more frenzied. I'm gonna put all my boss mats into my box of riches in a bit, so we can have them for the Sork, right? Add a blazed for a mythic rift. Blazed, really? I'm falling for the trap, Chad. I'm falling here. There you go. Falling for the trap. I'm adding blazed. It's gonna bamboozle me. I'm probably gonna feel like something like in my back in a second. I cannot request to join. Oh no, Blaze, we don't have crossplay settings matching. Oh, sir, I am doomed. I cannot join for your Mythic Rift. What are you currently playing? Oh, we're currently playing Reap Skeletons. So these are my little dudes that are doing Reap billions of damage. With 20k Veiled Crystals, honestly, I don't even know what happened to my Veiled Crystals. Right? I mean, sure, I did masterwork some, but you know, that's unlucky. I even did the Lilith on tier 4. I should be able to just nuke her, right? So, I guess, yeah, we can kill Lilith on tier 4 quickly. All good, Blazed. I should definitely turn crossbow off, though, to do that Helltide thingy. Which is better farming for... Reap or Soul Rift? Soul Rift is better for farming. Reap is, I think, better for... Come on, brain, say what you wanted to say. Reap is better for... hit and bossing. Both are great, though, honestly. Right now, I treat a Reap a little bit like a stepping stone towards Bone Spirit, right? Because all the pieces that the Reap needs are also needed for the Bone Spirit. So it's kind of funny to do the build, to get to the build, to then do the other build, right? It feels kind of nifty. Get the Shadow Spirit aspect. There you go. Because you could gather everything for the Bone Spirit, ladies and gentlemen. But unless you get the Shadow Spirit aspect, you can't play it. Right? That's a little way to over bomber. Bone Spirit is so much fun. Yes, especially because it's kind of tricky to get together. And once you have it together, it feels extremely rewarding. Right, however, you could also play minions and just get trillions of damage with minions, which is kind of nice to say, right? Hey, chat, imagine minions doing trillions of damage. Yeah, the fuck yeah. Let's get this one here. Someone is definitely raking, chat. Was raking here. It says you got a Shaco, you turn to the Bone Spirit. That was a good move, sir. Pelican Crest is not mandatory, but it's a good reason to swap a do over. The Druid build for Pit 111 Menace. I'd love to hear it. Okay, 1, 2. Why am I opening that right now before I cleared my inventory? Want to explain, Chan?
Use it well.
Okay. Nope, nothing good. Destroyed all.
Keep my forge hot. Return soon.
World boss is in 12. We're gonna put our resources into the box of riches quickly. I need to really clear this thingy out here.
The wonders of sanctuary at your fingertips. I may help you.
Has any one of you done a Nightmare Dungeon escalation? I think the answer is gonna be no, right, Chad? I haven't actually bothered in touching those at all. I know they still work. Like that wasn't a question of do they work or are they worth. It was more like did you though, right? Did you go? Did you try? Astaroth has good drops occasionally. The problem is that Astaroth does not have consistent drops, right? So he can drop, or he can be like, ah, yeah, by the way, bop, 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 get fucked, nerd. I enjoy strong rooms. I haven't liked them a lot. Okay, Chad, we have done the rebuild, and the rebuild is in the description, but I think we need to now go over to the Sorg, because we want to farm a little bit of Infernal Hordes together with you today. And I need to get a Starfall Coronet as a chaos item. I don't actually need it, but I want it. Now what I need, though, is my goddamn Banished Lord's Talisman gloves, and I don't know where they are. I am looking for gloves of the Banished Lord's Talisman. And where the fuck are they? Like, seriously. You get the Air of Perdition. Yeah, you get the Icarus Rose, but you don't have the Banished Lord's gloves? My Sork is just missing her gloves now. Wait, does my druid have them? My druid has them. Yeah, so don't look at my chest. I'm naked because I might have destroyed the item that my druid was wearing. Yep, thank you for the Banished Lord's Talisman glovies, gift of the tree. So balls. Ladies and gentlemen, who would like to join me for some Infernal Hordes? Because I need to do some farming there. I haven't played this character in a hot minute. I don't even know. Oh, wait. What are we going to play? Denny, you're coming with me. We're going to play Catalyst or Boom. We're probably going to play Catalyst. Fine. Oh, Chaos armor. The first piece already. Fuck yeah, let's go. Tron. Okay, what is this? That's Flicker Step. That's Enduring Faith. No, we don't need this. Problem is, I'm not sure like what for other items I need, so I'm gonna have to trash everything And then later, like tomorrow, farm some more pieces. But today is all about the coordinate. The normal coordinate might be better. No, because like the Starfall has the lowest cooldown possible, right? So that's definitely what you want to have. Okay, first and foremost, let's do the Wilt Boss quickly. Life 17, the Chaotic Powers. Sir? Really kill this? So yeah, Starfall has, like, the thing is, what does Starfall Coordinate do? So, Starfall Coordinate is, Meteor's mana cost is replaced with a 2-second cooldown. And usually the cooldown is 5 to 2.5 seconds. So the cooldown goes down to the lowest possible and allows you to spam more meteors. And I think that's a big differentiator, right? You're able to spam more meteors. I missed you, Ball of Lightning. I missed you. Do I have 0 armor? Yeah. I mean, why don't you have 0 armor? Oh, I forget that he can actually kill me. Okay, Whisper done. Good job. Look at me getting a Staff of Lamison that I'll never use. We'll have to see, Zandur, how much worth or not it will be. I mean, regardless of what's happening, I can always get a Raiment of the Infinite, right? By the way, we need one more, ladies and gentlemen. One more willing sacrifice that would like to go for the Infernal Hordes. Accurate? Accurate, you can just join over. I mean, aren't you still in the friend list? Aki, I didn't kick you out. See, you're still there. Okay. What are we gonna do with all our points, though? I mean, I haven't played this character in a while, so I don't actually remember what I was, like, busy trying to do on how to, like, improve the character further. Right? Oh, I think, Aki, you're already invited. You might have broken it, Aki, honestly. Because I invited you, and you invited yourself, and now we invited you twice, so you broke it. Yeah, like, I didn't have anything, like, oh, you know what? I wanted armor. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I just wanted some random armor that I could get for no reason. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Yeah, now it's working. Anvina, good to see you there. How are you doing? Midgis, by the way. Also, thank you for the brand new subscription. I mean, Zandur, end of the day, I think we're gonna try to get the Starfall Coordinate away from the helmet slot, right? So we can play a different helmet. I mean, what else are we gonna play? We're gonna play the Banished Lord's Talisman, obviously, because we have to play the Banished Lord's Talisman. We have to play the Raiment of the Infinite, most likely. We're gonna play the Crown of Lucian, right? That too. So the Crown of Lucian is gonna leave that spot as well. So there is going to be like a bunch of easy improvement. Ooh, helm. Wait, can you get the Starfall Coordinate as a chaotic helm as well, even though it is a helm? right? Okay, that's an Ophidian Iris. Doesn't hurt. I'll keep it because I haven't had one so far. Have or not to have. Granny and Grandpa are here. Yeah. That means the children are gonna be busy, sir. Granny and Grandpa has arrived. Then the children are busy. If Granny and Grandpa are cool. If they're not cool, then they're not busy. We have a guild in D4, Harlequin. We have a guild. It is called the Pony Half. But yeah, I mean, like it's just running on the side. We have a quite like I don't even know where the guild meta clan here. So we have the requests. We accept requests. There's a lot of people in here that have been here since forever, right? I actually have to kick a lot of out because there's a lot of people that probably stopped at this point playing the game, and they're still just hanging, you know. Yeah, Tal Rasha. We'll need a Tal Rasha. That's true. I don't have a good one of those. And we probably need to get a potential flicker step. I mean, my last meteor build is a bit ago. You know? That was season 7. No. Wow. That's... Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah. That's so long ago. That's so long ago. Yeah, you need the Starfall Coordinate, the Raiment of the Infinite, and Tal Rashas. You don't even need Flicker Step. Okay, why do you just have 2 Tal Rashas flying around, sir? Well, thank you. Well, we got a Tal Rashas chat. There you go. Here, we're like, we don't need that one. That would have spare. Now, I have some Tarashas myself, Casanova, but I don't remember what this character has because it's so long ago that we played it, right? By the way, we will need Nightmare Dungeon keys from you boys because I only have 1 8er. Wait, are we like what are we? Danny is also a druid. The druid. Oh, Danny, where's the last masterwork here, Danny? Well, what's happening here? We're like, who ran out of materials? Thrawn is a necromancer. Ooh, an Eben Piercer necro. So we actually have 2 necros. That's kind of cute. I like that. It's funny because like I might not even be the fastest one in this team, right? Oh yeah, like we need Shattered Stars. That's true. Do we have that? Good point, Zandua. Oh, we have it! 18 out of 21. Let's go! Okay, that's nice. Good start into the day. Happy Hav in the chat. So yeah, we need Aspect of Armageddon too. So let's check. Arma... Yes! 21 out of 21 as well. Let's go! Okay, this is shaping up to be a pretty good day tomorrow. So, by the way, sorry, if you're wondering why we're playing something else than Necromancer right now, it's because we just pretty much finished the build, and now we're preparing for tomorrow, where we're gonna bring this Ball of Lightning Sword over to a Meteor Sword. Who's by the way lagging the game? Someone is lagging the game, and I need to know who that is. Can't be me. I'm innocent. The best part will just be this. Mana cost 400, right? So getting then... Oh, he's lagging. Getting then your goddamn... thingy to have like 400, that's gonna be great. Okay, I need a staff though, chat. A 200 staff with crit damage and intelligence. No, actually overpower would be better, right? Yeah. A two-handed staff that would have maximum life and overpower damage. There we go. Max rolls, Chad. Woo! Why overpower damage? Because we're gonna make overpower critical strikes with every meteor. You know how these server lags wouldn't happen, Chad? If they didn't artificially make bosses harder, yeah? If they didn't artificially improve the HP of bosses, right? Then this wouldn't happen. If bosses would actually die in a second, you know, the self-made problem would not happen. Room, get a C there, partner? You want vulnerable and an overpower, right? Nah, I mean, we're gonna do mostly overpower damage, so I think it's fine to go for overpower. I mean, optimally, we would do only overpower damage. I mean, if every cast of the meteor is always an overpower, that's just gonna be insane. Servers are shit. Yeah, they are. Sorry, I'm dying. Okay. Infernal Hordes. Gang, gang. I feel like we look like a cool gang, chat. I also like the outfit my Sork has. Are they using Temu servers? Dude. What did Diablo ever do to you? You're so mean to them. What did they never do to you? Good question. Wait, so I do have arraignment if I'm not mistaken, right? I get a... Oh, well, too many things. Raiment. No, it's raiment. I keep saying raiment, but it's raiment. That's a terrible raiment of the infinite. I hate life right now. Okay, let's destroy it all. Let's keep these. Okay, first Infernal Hordes. Let's go. No, Casanova. I was just looking for a two-handed weapon that had like here max life overpower. Actually, the max life is useless. Shit, I forget about that. Yeah, I was just looking for like a staff that was viable to be played, you know, because I'll need a two-handed staff tomorrow. But no worries. No worries. No worries. Yeah. Oh, we can also play Quacks, right? I remember for some reason not playing Quacks on this build back in the days, but we can actually play Quacks. No, wait, can you play Quacks as a Sork? You can't, right? Because it's gonna reduce your thingies to non-existence. I miss playing Sork, honestly. But you know, like Sork always used to feel so fast and quick in that you can just teleport everywhere and kill everything. But once you actually play builds that are just screen wide hitting everything, you just notice how like slow Sork actually is. Right? I mean, cool that you can teleport wherever you want, no, like no biggity, right? But then you get like my necromancer too, which can just stand in the middle of the hordes and just hit everything. Mick, thank you for the 8 months of support. Mick, very good to see you there. How you doing? Where does overpower come from again in season 10? Zandor. In my case, for this build, it is the Banished Lord's Talisman, and then my Ball of Lightnings cost 400 mana. So what you're going to do is, you like for Sork, you do advanced techniques, where the mana cost and the damage is increased from core skill ranks, so more core skill ranks better. And you're also playing Power Siphon, which reduces your mana again. But the main drive, the main plan is to make your skill cost as much as possible. And then you're going to use the Crown of Lucian to boost the cost even further. So it's like the combination here for the Sork, for the Crown of Lucian plus that. And that allows you then to always have like overpowered things happening at any given point, right? And I kind of like that. It's really intriguing. But like, since this method is working for Ball of Lightning to go for blasters, I mean, how many ranks to Meteor can you get, right? You can get the Stoffel Coordinate with a greater affix to Meteor, right? The Stoffel Coordinate could be like, what, 8 ranks? Then we can get Gloves with Core Skills. That's another 5 ranks, so we're sitting already at 13. We could play the Ring of Starless Skies if we wanted to, with another 5 ranks potentially, so we're sitting good. We could then slap on the Air of Perdition, boom, that would be another one, right? So we're sitting easily like at 30 ranks or what of Meteor, right? Like, no problem. And I think Meteor was also possible as a niche skill. Was it on Pants? Or where could you get ranks to Meteor? No, Boots, yeah. You could actually play Boots, right? With greater affix to Meteors. So that's possible too. Why does your Pulverized Druid have a problem with keeping up the resource to it Pulverized? My damage is fine, but I don't know what it's doing wrong to spam Pulverize. Are you playing Fists of Fate? Fists of Fate are not mandatory, but they're really, like, nicely working to allow you to have your Energize give you more resource. So you need Energize, right, for more resource, and then the Fists of Fate to hit the lucky hits. However, you gotta be aware that your Quox Rune might, in fortunate moments, reduce your resource to 0 if you're playing the Quox Rune. And for this, you gotta be ready to then every now and then just maul, right? Cormac, thank you for the Prime subscription. Cormac, appreciate it. I would show you the gameplay right now, but we're stuck here in the Hordes, so like words gonna suffice. Well, that's kind of like the things. You could also play a rune combo, so you could play the Lum rune, Puck Lum, for example, to randomly give you more. Oh, is that? I know my children are there. Okay, perfect. Cormac, do you have a video about it? The Pulverized Druid, we made a video like 2 days ago. I think it should be 2 days ago. It was it's called This Is Illegal. Because Pulverized Druid is illegal. And in that video, we also talk about resource, in case you haven't seen it. Okay, let's be fair. Pulverized Druid is illegal, chat. No, but Meteor or Sword, chat. Oh, I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's the little things, chat. It's the little things. I mean, you know, like, is Lightning Sword good? Is Hydra Sword still the best? Yeah, absolutely. But who cares? Meteor Sword. You need, like, I mean, I have Banished Lords as the gloves. That should work. I can use Crown of Lucian as my pants. I could use the Stoffel Coronet as my chest, maybe. But as you say, it might actually not fit, and we might be forced to play the Stoffel Coronet as the helmet. Well, actually, because if we want to, like, the question is, how much worth are boots with ranks going to be, right? The problem is, I think the boots can give you +6 ranks to Meteor, right? What was it? Greater Affix Meteor boots is +6 ranks. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. We need to definitely oboe gamble for boots a lot to try to get, like, those Meteor boots. GA is 7 ranks. What? Really? On boots? Yeah, but I guess you gotta have those boots, right? I mean, that sounds like we have no other option than to play that. Damn. Yeah, I forget. I don't know, Casanova. I have enough Horde keys. I just don't have them on this character. You know? So we're also doing, like, we're doing 8-wave forts because they just happen faster, right? Like, I don't know. Does anyone of you actually do 10-wave forts? Because I always feel like 10-wave forts is like a waste of your time. Because usually, like, 8-wave forts is just better. Ambushing Hellborn. Yeah, sure. Why can't I change my set? I saved them, and now I want to switch them, and the bottom is deactivated. Luxu, there is a weird thing with Chaos Armor that prevents it. So I cannot use my Bone Spirit build in a equipment swap as well. My Bone Spirit build, for some reason, breaks it. I think it's down to the Bone Spirit and something with the Chaotic Armors that does not work there, but it does not work there. I tried to, sir. I tried to. I think, like, if you unequip everything you're wearing, it might work. So you pretty much have to undress. You have to get naked. And then you could try to press the button again. Because I know it worked before, and at some point it stopped working. And I just don't know what happened. Like, what caused the difference there. Two more minutes and one more Chaos Wave, Krister. The main reason I don't do tenors is because I'm only here for the Chaos Armor. So, like, those 2 more minutes are already spent on the next Horde. So I can do more Hordes per hour than you. That's at least how I'm looking at it. Like, it's all about Hordes per hour, right? Are you using the numlock hack? No, sir. No macros are being used. I have left mouse button for walking and right mouse button for ball of lightning. And then every now and then I press spacebar for dashing. I don't know what you would need numlock thingies for. You can just left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. I mean, I hold down my left mouse button and just spam the button. I don't know. Also, I would die if I keep casting the skill continuously, right? Because it actually drains me empty. I can't just not infinite cast this because it would actually kill me. Okay, Soul Spires, Hellish Mathis. More masses on Wave Star. Woo! You can set numlock in the game options. Honestly, I've never looked into it. I always assumed when people were talking about numlock, they were like, they're weird about it. On console, I can understand it, Katie. But honestly, if I'm playing only with my mouse, this doesn't strain my hand at all, right? That's why I set up this, like, you know, that's why I always have my right skill on my right click. So I don't, like, I'm not using this hand, right? I play one-handed right now. I do this. Oh, ha, 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 look at me, chat. It's a one-handed gamer. So I can use my other hand to pick my nose, obviously. I'm always trying to, like, have my left hand not be... What was the meteor thingy? Chance for meteor to fall on enemies. Do we have to use a Fist of Fate, chat, too, in that build? Asking for a friend for more meteors? What's the basic lucky hit chance of meteor? It's actually 43%. I mean, I could probably kick out Raymond of the Infinite and say we don't care just to get more meteors, right? Right. Okay, we need boots, chat, with meteor on it. The only thing I need right now. Oh, and I need an amulet. Shit. It's true. I need an amulet with intelligence. Somebody needs to start looking for loot. What do we have here? Actual Conduit, Crown of Lucian. We don't need this Crown of Lucian, but I'm still gonna keep it, I guess. We need boots with meteor, as I said. Soul Shred is brilliant. Okay, let's destroy everything. Crown of Lucian away. Defeating Iris away that I don't need. Okay, wait. We go for boots. Meteor, give it to me right now. It worked on the necromancer too, right? Okay, I'm gonna keep these intelligence boots just in case I need to roll for meteor, because I remember last time I did this build, I also didn't get a greater affix meteor, but I will get it, and if it's the last thing I do. So, what are you... Numlock controls. You're saying... Say, I wouldn't even know where to set and unlock things, but really never looked into it. You can do here mouse wheel thingies, interestingly enough. You can have wood. Out of a whisper cache. Ah, the Harlequin crest. Robbery. I got my best mythic I got this season was from finishing a nightmare dungeon. Right? That's where I get a Harlequin crest, where I just finished a nightmare dungeon. It was like, congrats. There you go. Prefer my controller? I mean, I prefer just right-clicking the mouse. Right-click the mouse. Right-click the mouse harder. It just worked. When I'm in with Jane, oh, I have amulets with J in. But don't worry, I have the stuff I need already, apart from that Starfall Coronet. Which boss do I have to kill for Starfall Coronet? Boss loot tables. I mean, luckily we have 5 Betrayer's Husks. So I could get one, I guess, worst case scenario. Starfall Coronet is from Beasta of Isa. Yeah, Beast. But I also have tons of... I should have tons of Distilled Fear on one of my characters. Clicking my mouse makes my hand numb. I had carpal tunnel surgery twice. I find this really funny that a lot of... funny. Sorry, Katie. Interesting. Different word. A lot of people seem to like have carpal tunnel issues from using the mouse, and I have it from using the keyboard, right? So my right arm, my right hand, like it doesn't matter, right? I can do whatever I want. But my left hand, even though I'm left-handed, right? If I use my left hand on the keyboard for too long, prolonged times, I get very, very much RSI. Very much RSI. But my right hand? Nah. Maybe it's because I'm left-handed. I don't know. Maybe my left hand is overused. Heavily overused. What's the drop chance for Roto Capaleca? Like, at first, mine didn't want to drop as well. No, I use my mouse with my right hand. This is my left hand, right? I use my mouse right-handed. Oh, this is interesting with 4 players. 4 players, this should give us insane amounts of ether. Still, though, my left hand is the one that suffers from just using the keyboard. I'm also kind of freak, chat. I'm not using my mouse left-handed. Come on, like, the accusations. Left-handed people that actually use the thing left-handed, like, what the fuck? Like, seriously. I never understood that part. How you like, I mean, I'm a left-handed person, but I would never think about using the mouse with my left hand. It's unnatural. Jesus. I need an exorcist in here. I have a SteelSeries mouse that's perfectly symmetrical and be used with either hand. I know, Mike. We have a lot of ambidextrous SteelSeries mice in the roster, actually. I do prefer the right-handed grip, though, and just have my left hand be the dominant hand on the keyboard. Yeah, Thor, like, I always found it, like, when you say you're left-handed, you have to use the mouse with your left hand, but why, right? I mean, my left hand is just better on the keyboard. And my right hand is still good on the mouse. That seems so counterproductive to me. I mean, the only good thing about using your mouse on on your left hand is you could actually use your arrow keys to walk around, I guess, instead of WASD. I mean, the only time where left-handed is of an advantage is when you're playing badminton, Chad. Yeah. When you're playing badminton and all these right-handed freaks are not used to you being left-handed and you dominate them because they're playing wrong against you. Right? Pure left-handed domination. But that's a niche case scenario. And that reminds me that I desperately want to play badminton again. I haven't in a while. WSD has more keys to use around. Exactly, Rico. Exactly. I see we understand each other. Batman is so much fun, yes, but you gotta find someone of equivalent skill level to enjoy. Because otherwise, you gotta go easy on them the whole time. Okay, maybe an Ether Goblin wave that I haven't seen in forever. Oh, wow. There we go. Let's break the game, Chan. Maybe an Ether Goblin wave that I haven't seen. You know what? I'm gonna make money out of this one. I have the Ether, like I have the Opticide, right? I don't need more Opticide. I have all the Opticide I need to masterwork my character. So I guess I'm gonna turn this wave into money. Surely that's the right thing to do here. Surely that is the right thing to do here. I think we're lagging the game. we just lagged the game a little bit too hard there. So beautiful 3,000 ether, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. But doesn't that have several diminishing returns capping out around 40 or 50 million? Doesn't that have? What do you mean? The gold? No. The gold gives you like 200-300 million now. So the gold did have diminishing returns on how much money you put in there. But they uncapped it without telling anyone. So if you need masses of gold now, it's exactly this situation. This is where you're gonna be making bank. Yeah. It used to be also for the materials like this, Gandrak. So the materials also were like, hey, if you have a 500 ether, or if you have 600, 700, or 800, it was like always like if you then got 1,000 ether run back in the days, right? That was amazing. But it actually didn't give you that much more meaningful ether. It just simply didn't. You were always thinking like, oh wow, I got so much. This is gonna be so good. Oh la 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 la. It wasn't. It wasn't so good. Salted events. You're playing PUBG after this? No, no sir. If I want to play against bots, I can also play Diablo. In case you missed it, PUBG has a lot of bots, Chan. There's a lot of bots. Not even 4,000 ether, guys. Pretty weak. So I'm going to show you how much money we're getting, because we're actually down to 367 million. So we're basically poor at this point. But we actually have like, I don't know, what was it? 132 Opticide. So we're kind of like 132,000 Opticide. So we definitely have enough to masterwork the Starfall Coronet Sword tomorrow, like all the way. Are you immortal? I am immortal. I cannot die. It's impossible. I have 15,000 mana, and damage is taken from life before mana, and I stun everyone at every given second, so I am actually not able to die, no. Death is optional, ladies and gentlemen. Starfall! Starfall, give it to me! Give me my Starfall Coronet! Bullshit. So obviously, I can still use 400 now for this, right? Because I'm still looking for a pair of boots. And then we're going to go for the gold. So we're at 389 million. And now with 2,600 ether, we're at 488 million. Definitely worth it. Any good use for Tyrell's Might? Well, you can always use Tyrell's Might if you have absolutely nothing, but as soon as you have anything that's not Tyrell's Might, that's better than Tyrell's Might. Okay? I hate to be a Tyrell's Might downer, loner, meanie, beanie, but yeah, it's just what it is. I mean, the item used to be good. Like, it used to be able to fix resistance problems with it, but that's a big used to be. Okay, do we have an 8-wave compass? If someone has an 8-wave compass, please open them, because I only have 10 waivers, and I don't want to do 10 waivers. Swagani, I wrote down a few of my runs. You get 15 million gold for killing Bartok. I didn't know that, so thank you. That's a good piece of information. And around 37,000 gold for every ether you spend from the chest. Ah. So that's good to know. I mean, I didn't even know you get 15 million gold from killing Bartok, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, so if you get Tyrell's Might via Obold, congratulations. You just got yourself a, what's it called again? you just get yourself a Spark. Isn't that great? I mean, anything that's not the big three, Shroud, Perdition, Starless, and maybe with a caveat, like annotation mark, check, like actual, like Harlequin Crest, right? All the others are useless. Man, we might actually have to make like a video about how useless mythics are at this point, apart from really these 3/4, right? Because let's be fair, the others are completely like Tyrell's Might, useless. Like you're just literally not going to use it. Then you get the Shattered Vow. You get the Bleeding one for Barb, Grandfather. Like few use case scenarios. Doombringer useless now. Not even virtually. It's just useless, right? Rayman, honestly, like, I'm not even doing the most damage right now. The biggest damage is probably being done by our friend in the middle with his Bone Spirit playing and the Druid. So the Druid and the man in the middle are the main sources of damage. I mean, like, we're all doing more than enough. We're all doing tons of billions, right? So we're all over damaging. Only that the man in the middle is probably doing trillions, the Druid is probably doing trillions, and I'm only doing billions, right? I mean, it's not like that any opponent here has trillion life, so that's that. Right, they all just instantly keel over anyways. Case wave, another goblins! I have a second Spark and Harlequin Crest now. Harlequin Crest is good. I mean, there's still builds that profit from the Harlequin Crest, right? As much as you don't need it, quotation mark, it's still a help. I mean, worst case scenario, it's armor, it's max life, it's resource, it's cooldown, right? It's 4 ranks. So if you don't have a good chaotic helmet that you're looking for, you can always slap on Harlequin Crest and it's not going to make your build worse. I'm averaging 2.5 trillion. Yep. Not surprised, to be honest. No, very, very much not surprised. I kind of want to equip my Bone Spirit build again with a new Shattered Aspect to see how high it now goes. Because we actually get some good shit there. Oh, hello! Like, can I get some more worms directly on me? Perfection. Okay, after this Infernal Horde chat, we're going to try to get at least a normal Starfall coordinate that we can start tomorrow with a build, okay? Any recommendation on which class build the Harlequin Crest works best, Donbo? This Necro here in the middle, the Bone Spirit Necro, for this one, Harlequin Crest is God. You can do it without the Harlequin Crest. However, with the Harlequin Crest, it's extremely easy to get yourself a 4-second cooldown Bone Spirit, and then you can just go permanent Bone Spirit spam. So right now you might see this guy here, he does Bone Spirits, right? But he does Bone Spirits without having to hit someone. There's a version that needs to hit someone to crit to cooldown reduce, but he's just cooldown reducing by existing. And that's kind of like the tipping point you want to reach. And that's where the Harlequin Crest does really, really good for. I do it without Harlequin Crest on my build because I don't have a Harlequin Crest. I did not accidentally disenchant it this morning. No, I didn't. That would be stupid. Someone kill me right now. Thank you. So yeah, I did totally not make that mistake of accidentally disenchanting my Harlequin. So I totally don't have to be sad about it. But it works without. But I was yelling at the screen because I was ready to record the YouTube video. You know, I was sitting there, I was ready to record, I get everything set up, and then I press destroy everything in your inventory, and I'm like, shit, that was not marked. And then I see 2 sparks, right? I was like, that was not marked as favorite, was it? Ah, fuck. And then I needed another 40 minutes of grinding to actually get my cooldown reduction to the point where I wanted it to be, so I could even make the video. Bone Splinter, yes, Bone Splinter Dunbow. It works super good. It's also not that hard to set up if you have the resources, right? If you have the money, if you have some item pieces lying in your box of riches already. I mean, you'll most likely have a Crown of Lucian. You'll most likely have Pain Gorgeous Gauntlets already. So getting that build to scale up, you probably have a shard of Arathiel, right? And if you don't, you can just easily farm in. Pulverized Druid can run Shaco for helmet. Should it be Vasili's Prayers or Perdition? Perdition is so much better. Perdition is like, I can't even describe how much better Perdition is, cool views, because the core skills in the 60%. The rest of the stuff is just useless from the Harlequin Crest, right? So you don't need the armor, you don't need the max life. You don't need the cooldown reduction because Pulverized Druid, like, it doesn't have a cooldown. Pulverized Druid has no cooldown. I mean, you're playing Pulverize with Grizzly Rage, but you activate Grizzly Rage, and then Grizzly Rage is always up, and your only cooldown would probably be Debilitating Roar, but that's not really a cooldown you look for, so you don't have a cooldown. Right, if you're looking for Raven Druid, for example, and Raven Druid playing Cataclysm, if you then play the Grizzly Rage Cataclysm version, the Grizzly Rage version, then you also don't need Harlequin Crest. Therefore, Druid Harlequin Crest is a dud. I just salvaged Shroud by mistake. I have another one with the same GA stats, but fucking stupid mistake. I mean, things happen, right? It's almost end of the season, so we're not mad. We just learned a lesson, right? I will obviously never press that button again without like double checking my whole inventory, which I usually always do. I guess I'll blame it on early, I blame it on early morning. Angela Merkel, it's Angela Merkel's fault, chat. It's always Angie's fault. Jesus Christ. Thanks, Angie. It's our German thanks, Obama, right? It's with Angie. End of season? I mean, Dunbo, most people, not saying everyone, right? Most people have done most things already. Like, if you're still playing at this point, you either started late, you play not a lot, or you're just a super enthusiast like me, right? I mean, I've done everything already. I'm just enthusiast playing at this point because I just want to make some builds work. So when I say end of season, I just mean like it's the 4th week now, right? Week 4, right? Is it week 4 or 5? No, I think it's week 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. It should be week 4 of the season, and that's where usually most of the players are done, right? But if you're still playing by week 4, that actually speaks for the season, right? I mean, I'm still not bored, and that's all because thanks chaotic armor. You have kept me interested for quite a while. I mean, even for enthusiast pit pushers, this is a good season, right? Prior seasons, I would have never said try to push the pit. But for example, if you're a pulverized druid, you get such a great feeling of getting stronger, right? I mean, the chaotic armors allow you to push the pit. Like, you get yourself a rotten lightbringer, chaos armor, boom, and you can suddenly do 10 pit tiers more, right? At this point, I'm just theory crafting builds and playing because I enjoy it. The real reasons to play a game, right? Because you're having fun. How's it going, Overflow? Very good. Still considering if we should play Fellowship in a couple of days or not. Whoop. Get shit on. Another chest armor. Give. Pain Gorgers. I have so many Pain Gs at this point. I'm still gonna keep it because you never know until you know. Anything but Mother's Embrace, that's true. That's true. Okay, thank you, lads, for the Infernal Hordes. That was great fun, and I enjoyed it. Now I need to at least get a Starfall Coronet, and might it be just a normal one and not a Greater Affix one. But I need to kill the Deceiver, go for Beast of Ice, and we pray to the Lord, Chad, for the Starfall Coronet. I just need a Thrawn. Well, I'm hoping that I'll pick up one in a jiffy. I mean, obviously, Chaotic Armor Starfall would be interesting, but first we gotta make the build work, and then we can farm the Chaotic Armor Starfall tomorrow with the Starfall, right? So I think that's gonna be more fun than like when you're actually doing the build to farm it. Oh, I'm playing. You know what? I need my other ball of lightning. I'm using the wrong ball of lightning here. I'm using the wrong ball of lightning. Dress House, Beast of Ice. I got one! I got one! The problem is I need to get one that has like also ranks to Meteor, right? That's a 2.5 second one. Come on, chat. I mean, that's actually that's very good. It's very good. Very good. I like it. Very good. Let me still try to get another one, right? So in case you wonder what's happening, chat, Meteor Sorg. That's happening. Okay, we got you, but I need my Strike of the Stormhorn. Strike. And my Lockrans. Because that's better for bossing, right? Like, just the difference in this, right? One is for farming, one is for bossing. And both are lightning. Nothing. Robbed. Absolutely disgustingly robbed, Chad. Wow, so disappointed. Actually, oh wow, we get a... we get a better strike of the Storm Horde, finally. Whee! Because I think I was playing without a greater affixed... yeah, this is a normal affixed strike of the Stormhorn, right? I didn't have a greater affixed one yet. Do I not have Distilled Fear? 34. Wow, that's like not a lot. That's not a lot. But it's at least 2 more. So let's see what happens. I mean, we can definitely do tomorrow's stream, so that is secure, chat. I mean, this is like the most important part of why we had to do it, so that we could do tomorrow's stream. How many ranks to Meteor do I have right now? I have 5 ranks only. How does the game keep getting more and more laggy, at least based on the stream? Oh, it's the same lag problems appearing over and over again. Overflow. Don't you worry your sweet little hat about this. I know it's the same lag problems. They just keep cropping up over and over again, just like good old lag problems should. Because why not? Yeah, why not? Because that's stupid. Oh, why not? Sir, you were not doing your maximum damage there. I'm disappointed in you. I think it would be cool if Belial had a chance to respawn after opening the chest. I mean, I think it would be cool if Ambush Belial could appear everywhere. I think that Ambush Belial is only available from... bosses here is a big mistake. I think, like, finishing the pit, finishing a nightmare dungeon, finishing the info, like, he should just be everywhere still. Because that would be, like, cool. Like, you do random stuff and it's like, Ambush Belial! And you're like, what the fuck? This is so cool because I'm getting even more materials! Right? No hardcore. We already did our hardcore challenge. And we're done with that. Just have him, like, literally pop up whack-a-mole wherever. Right? Like, oh no, I'm just minding my business and I'm having Ambush Belial! Okay, one thing I wanted to know. What if I now pull out all my points out of the... like, we're going to pull out the points out of Charged Bolt, and we're going to put these points out, right? And we're going to get these points out, and I'm going to put them all into Meteor just because I want to know, and then I'm going to put the Meteor in the skill bar, and then we're going to put on the Starfall Coronet to get more ranks to Meteor. And then we're sitting at 15 ranks to Meteor, and I will have to go for the Cubit Shot. And then the game just decided that it wants to black screen. Yep. You're on an AMD GPU. Yes, sir. We're on an AMD GPU. But this is not AMD GPU happenings. This is just Diablo happenings. So yeah, Ambush Belial is generally way too few. right? Good. So there's one thing I forget about the Starfall Coronet that might torpedo this idea, sadly, by the way. Mm-hmm. So the problem with Starfall Coronet is that it actually deletes the complete mana cost of the skill, right? It's causing an issue. So we might have to play without Starfall Coronet. Interestingly enough. Which would suck. But I would still want to do it. The main intrigue is I want to get this as expensive as possible, right? Because that's like where you're going with this. I should be able to get this to cost like a lot. Asked you about it already. Well, Johnny, you know, sometimes you forget things. You know, you're getting older. I mean, obviously it would be cooler to have the coordinate to like drop all the meteors, but to be fair, I might actually just see how you can do it without the coordinate. But it would make me very unhappy. So we're still on track, but we just don't need the coordinate anymore, right? We need this one here to increase the cost to 230. See, I'm already sitting at 230. That's nice. So we can definitely make it overpower in every cast, and that's beyond like possible, right? Yeah, I mean we're gonna definitely do Crown of Lucian, so that's out of the question, and I'm gonna get more ranks, but we'll definitely need the boots, okay? We'll definitely need boots because we're going to be missing out on all the ranks and the coronet. That's like the only thing that has me slightly salty. However, I mean, we could just take the Ear of Perdition from our Spiritborn. I take Ear of Perdition, by the way, not Harlequin Crest. Where's my Ear of Perdition? Oh no, he has. No, wait, who has air? Oh, you don't have air. You had Gathlins. I think Spiritborn had air. Casanova, the only thing about the meteor is that it doesn't. Oh, you're banished. The only problem with meteor is that like with the Starfall is that it would take away from. That it would take away the mana cost, so you couldn't make it overpowered. I mean, we could then still spam the meteor, but we couldn't make it overpower in every cast, and that's where the set part is, right? However, you could technically go for a ball of lightning meteor play, right? Where you ball of lightning meteor, ball of lightning meteor, ball of lightning meteor, because then every ball of lightning cast would make you overpower, right? Because you could have the Ball of Lightning just have 200 or 400 mana cost, and then you do Ball of Lightning Meteor, Ball of Lightning Meteor, Ball of Lightning Meteor. So that would technically work, but would you really want to do that? Right, chat? Would you really want to do that? I need pans. I need Crown of Lucian pans. I luckily have Crown of Lucian pans. Of course, just set Ball of Lightning on autocast. You couldn't do that, Cartanis, because if you set Ball of Lightning on autocast, the Ball of Lightning is going to consume the charge for the overpower. So you would have to swap it around. What should I start on? What's the easiest to play gear? Pulverize. Druid Pulverize. Also, Necro Reap is pretty strong. So like this, we have the Meteor be at 100 mana. Okay, we have every Meteor being overpowered, Chad. We're already dealing 20 million damage without anything for the Meteor, right? Like we're literally have like all the lighting boards on. Want that, and we want Meteor to... Is it... Do you want Immobilize, or do you want Meteor to drop faster? More Meteors! Overpower Meteors guaranteed! Okay, that's good. So that part of the plan is already working out. Now we just need the aspects, right? We have the aspects, so we do need the Armageddon, right? Armageddon gives you 3... While Inferno is active, your Meteoroids deal 360% increased damage. Check. And then which other Meteor aspect do you need again? It was Shattered Stars, right? Where your Meteorites gain 50% of Meteors damage with burn damage, and Meteors fall around Meteor dealing bonus fire damage. So, yay. You overpower with every cast of Ball of Lightning? Yeah, I mean, like, so this is Ball of Lightning, right? And Ball of Lightning would be 450 mana. So technically, I could use the Starfall's Coronet to then, here, do Ball of Lightning to get my mana cost up, right? So I could do Ball of Lightning Meteors, Ball of Lightning Meteors, Ball of Lightning Meteors. But obviously, we would need to get the cooldown down here from the Starfall to like, you know. But it would be like Ball of Lightning Meteors, Ball of Lightning, and that, I think that would be like a shitty gameplay. So I'd rather like just go for this and then just drop the Meteors like crazy. Oh, we're gonna so make this work. It's gonna be beautiful. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the future music for tomorrow. Today we made the Reap Necro go completely out of control and do trillions of damage. So tomorrow you'll have the Reap Necro as a beautiful guide out there. I will be gone for now. I have the Bone Spirit build online for you in case you haven't watched it, and the Pulverized Druid is there as well. I'd say I wish you a great good evening, night, day, and hope to see you all tomorrow again to this Meteor fun. I hope we can make it work. I hope we can make it great. And we're going to have a good laugh if it doesn't work. And then we're going to yell at the screen. Angry Man yells at Cloud. Maybe we can also just make it work with more ranks, right? And just say screw overpower. And we just make it work with the Starfall Coronet regardless. And just take the bonus ranks for bonus damage. Because it's still going to be a lot of bonus damage, right? Maybe we just don't need the overpowers. However, I'm gone. Wish you a good night, and hope to see you all tomorrow another time. Take care.